Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.
Flight Sports TV, that's where it's at.
Flight Sports TV.
What's going on, people? It's Flight Sports TV. I appreciate y'all for checking with me. I already know what it is. We back with another one of them things. It's going to be one hell of a night for you. Listen, Lamelo Ball, NB1, the one of one is back. Ladies and gentlemen, you better stand up. You already know what it is. We're going to be breaking down a whole lot of talk. We will close out with this play-by-play action. Lamelo Ball already back in full effect, letting the San Antonio Spurs know why they wanted to trade for him. Yes, it was reports that Lamelo Ball, was wanted by the San Antonio Spurs. Melo tonight with 21 points, 4 rebounds, 9 assists in his return. This is what he does. You understand? This is what Lamelo Ball does, ladies and gentlemen. You already know what it is. Salute to my man, Rap Guy Reloaded. It's Flight Sports. We got ourselves one hell of an evening for you. You already know we about to get started. It's going down. Stephon Castle tonight with a career high 28 buckets. It was one of them evenings. Belize, what's the deal? We got Melo back in effect. What's good?
What's the word, bro? We in here chilling. Happy to see it. The vibes. See my boy back. My boy Jello doing good. Lonzo back. Good to see everybody doing good.
Yeah, that's really what it's all about, man. Lamelo dealing with these injuries, is sad, but it's always good for him to bounce back. Nothing was been too catastrophic this season. Obviously, we would like no injuries, but we're gonna deal with what we have here. Diabate tonight, 8 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists. I told the people that he was gonna be taking an increased role with the team. I'm looking at De'Aaron Fox.
That's what I'm looking at too. I'm also looking at that. You don't got Miller. You don't got none of the players that came in from the trade yet. So and LaMelo's holding it down.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, that's all you can ask for. Right now it's 95-105. I'm looking for Melo. I don't ever see Melo on the bench. I'm wondering, did Melo go to the back? And I need to check. We're gonna be monitoring the status of LaMelo. You already know. Salute to all y'all in the chat. It's 95-105. Chris Paul is out there. It was just one of them nights tonight for the Charlotte Hornets. They balling. I really don't know which way they should go, because to be honest with you, the playoffs that seems like a long shot. I really think they should really consider moving
tanking?
On, in my humble opinion. What you think about that?
But so you believe they should believe on not tanking, but not really
it doesn't benefit you to tank.
Because you don't know what you're going to get in. Yeah. So just there. I feel like you just play your players and you just try to build chemistry with the new team, with the new player that's coming in. Because I do believe Nurkic will be a good player. I believe when Grant Williams, when he's healthy, I believe he'll be, a good key factor as well. I believe Seth Curry wants to stay there. I believe they got that going for them because his pops is there. So I feel like even Connect Four, I feel like he'll be solid as well. You know,
Yeah. Your
you also
Dalton
got you
Connect.
then
Shut
got
up.
Eldred. You got Eldred Payton over there, so Eldred Payton could be a solid little backup as well. Tonight you got Daquan Jeffries playing out playing good out there right now, getting some burn.
Yeah, that's all you can ask for. Victor Wembanyama is out there. I'm gonna get you some stats. Victor tonight, 16 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 blocks.
Hmm.
So it was one of those evenings. Like I said, I wish
And I seen
Lamelo could have paired
he
with him.
caught a block.
Lamelo
He caught a
back on the
block
floor too,
standing up.
y'all.
He caught a
Melo
block
on the
standing up.
floor.
He didn't even jump.
Melo just kicked it out. Diabate has it. They give it to Miles Bridges. Miles Bridges gives it back to Lamelo Ball. Lamelo surveying the landscape. Melo in the mid range dumps it out to Miles. Miles Bridges all the way to the cup, and he couldn't convert it. But Diabate gets the rebound, and Diabate saves it, but they steal it. Here comes Vassell for the San Antonio Spurs. De'Aaron Fox has it. They give it back to Vassell for three, and it's money. So it's 104, 107. We got ourselves a basketball game, ladies and gentlemen. We have ourselves a basketball game. We have a commercial break. LaMelo Ball is back. We had to know the popcorn was coming, to get the butter, to get everything. LaMelo Ball is back. And I got the Charlotte Hornets winning this game. Let's see what happens. What do you think, Believes? You got Melo coming back. It seems like it could be fireworks. The
Yeah,
Spurs are
Melo
to
gonna
this game.
cook up. He's gonna get average his little double. He's gonna go up for the like maybe the high 20s to end this game. Maybe
Right.
even give you a 30 piece tonight. Definitely gonna get another assist. He's gonna get give you like three more rebounds as well. And yeah, he's gonna they definitely gonna finish out tonight. They're gonna win this game. They're gonna win this game.
Yeah, I really believe they're gonna win. We got my man Jello, going to All Star. Jello got a lot of things percolating. What's your thoughts
Hmm.
on Liangelo?
So, that to me, I feel like they doing that for the fans. They giving the fans what they want. Cause they did bad with that and they know they did. They should have had LaMelo out there for All Star weekend as well. He was what the fans wanted, but I'm not gonna keep beating that old drum. But I'm so happy for Jello to be out there performing. And I see that he's gonna be doing Rolling Loud as well. That's so dope. Like that's really dope for him. And he keeps saying he's gonna be in basketball ready. I think with Lonzo getting this extension, I do feel like they could possibly be bringing him in the way how they did with him in the Hornets. But this time he might just get a guaranteed spot like on a two way. But the two way would kind of like similar to what Bronny James got going on with the Lakers. I could see them doing something like that for Jello next season with everything going on. Cause you see how when Lamelo came in, Lamelo had brought Jello in right after he had got the rookie of the year and everything like that. So with Lonzo kind of getting his team, spread it out, I feel like that could be a go away for him to bring Jello in.
Yeah, I hope so. Jello definitely did want to play. Even though Jello looks like he's focused, he out here releasing all these new tracks.
I think he gonna give us an album, but then after that, he gonna go back to playing ball. He gonna kind of be on the Master P vibe because the NBA missed that ball with that one. They missed the ball with that and with the Master P. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a mess. We got Lamelo. He just kicked it out. Here goes Diabate. Miles Bridges has it. Miles Bridges all the way to the cup. He missed it, but he gets the putback. So it's 109, 104, 5:30 to go in the fourth quarter. Here comes Stephon Castle. Stephon Castle crossing half court, met by LaMelo Ball. Here comes De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox looks like he wants a three, but the ball was kicked. So the Charlotte Hornets have life. It's 109, 104. Let's see if they can close this game out, get on the right track with LaMelo back. It'll just validate his presence to this basketball team. Here goes De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox in the mid range. Fox. Oh, good pass. Stephon Castle for three. Off. Uh, Big putback by um, Harrison Barnes. Here goes Miles Bridges, point forward. Miles Bridges. Here goes Lamelo. Lamelo has it. Lamelo. Let's see what he does. Here comes the defense. Miles Bridges. They kick it out. Here comes Lamelo for three. Cash. Cash money Lamelo. Cash money Lamelo.
The bang, 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 bang.
Big time three balls, 106, 112. Melo clearly, Nick Smith Jr. out here ready to cook. I like his energy. These guys been able to elevate the Hornets. They're making moves. They're trying to build a team around LaMelo. Let's see what happens. LaMelo from deep. Oh, in and out. Man, you had the building. They about to blow the goddamn roof off the building.
Mm-hmm.
Here goes Vassell. They kick it out to Stephon Castle. To De'Aaron Fox for three. Off, rebounded. Here comes LaMelo Ball. LaMelo crossing half court. LaMelo met by Stephon Castle, 106, 112. Melo to Diabate. Here goes big time three ball. But that was off. Jeffries couldn't hit that three. Here goes Harrison Barnes. De'Aaron Fox has the rock. De'Aaron Fox all the way to the cup, and it's good. 108, 112. 3:35 to go in the fourth. LaMelo crossing half. Met by Stephon Castle. Melo has it. Melo kicks it out to Nick Smith Jr. for three. Off. Rebounded by Vassell. Vassell pushing it on Jeffries. Vassell all the way to the cup, and he missed it.
Mm-hmm.
And the Spurs look good, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, but the thing is, we can't overlook the defense that's going on too, though. You could say, they just making bad shots, but they definitely on their body. Pause.
Yeah, who you talking about? The Hornets or the Spurs?
The Hornets.
Yeah, Victor about to come back in the game. This game getting close.
They just need to go up like 2-3 more possessions, and they should be all right.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad look.
I really think Connect Four is going to be decent on the team.
Right.
Because he said, like on the Lakers, respectfully, him and they call Austin Reeves, they kind of play similar. So you really gonna get too much out of him over there. So hopefully, the Hornets could unlock that and play him over here.
Yeah, nah, facts. But LaMelo just looked like he got picked up a foul. He upset with the official. What happened here? Look a mouth. LaMelo foul. Castle. But it's definitely a celebration, y'all. Melo is back. What's good, Purple?
I was gonna ask you what you think about that Jello remix, though. My fault.
Well, let's get to the remix. I heard the song twice. I need to double hear a little bit
Wayne
what Wayne
cooked on
said,
here.
but I
Wayne really
like how
cooked on here.
Wayne remixed some of the hook too, like after his verse. I thought that was good.
That was dope.
No, we're gonna get into Jella. Purple, what you think about LaMelo? Melo is back. Hornets trying to win. We got Victor about to come back in the game.
It's a good thing.
What you think the Hornets gonna do with LaMelo? You think they need to just pack it on up?
Yep, I told that yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah, they still trying to win games. But I mean, it is what it is. Hornets, they did all right this game. Melo in his return pretty much came back like he never left. Showed his value. I just don't understand how you don't make the All-Star team. But I mean, it is what it is. It's gonna be tough for him to make it. Do you think that's over with?
What?
LaMelo making the All-Star team.
We'll see. Hopefully, there's always next year. I hope they don't do him like they've done Trey Young and stuff like that. But we'll see. I hope not though.
Yeah, I think definitely not. I think he's definitely gonna get he's definitely gonna get an opportunity to get be an All-Star again. Even if it's with the Hornets or not, I do believe is he will be changing teams in the future. And I think he's gonna go to a big market. Um I think with Giannis speaking up like that, like how he wants all his people in big markets, I think that's gonna be a way for a lot of young superstars to want to go that route like Luca and go to big markets, whether they push themselves there or not. And it's a couple spots for Lamelo to go to.
A good call. Listen, this kid Castle, man, is cooking. Too
Yeah,
bad
I'm
he couldn't
surprised the
fall to the
Spurs ain't get him,
Hornets.
bro. I'm surprised the Spurs ain't grab him in that. I mean, not the Spurs. The Sacramento Kings didn't grab him in that pickup.
Yeah, that's sickening how that happened. They let that
Yeah,
guy survive. But he should have been going to Sacramento. That would have demanded that.
yeah.
There goes Lamelo. Lamelo got the rock. He's shaking and baking. Lamelo all the way to the cup. He didn't get the foul, but Diabate tried to put it back. He got the rebound though. He saved it. Hornets still got possession. Nick Smith Jr. He's been playing well. Here goes Lamelo. Lamelo on Victor. The ball tipped Lamelo, and the ball's going out of bounds. Melo's upset with the. Melo could get a tap. Melo got. Something going on. It looked like the officials conversating. It's going back to the Hornets.
Hmm.
Yeah, so Melo was just going crazy. Like he ready to get thrown about the game. But he had a point. Yeah, I guess he didn't have the best angle. The other referee came in and saved possession. It's 2:32. The Hornets are up by one. Nick Smith Jr. inbounding and gives it to Lamelo. Stephon Castle on Lamelo. Lamelo turn around three when he missed it. Here goes Vassell pushing it to Chris Paul. Back to Vassell to Victor. Victor pump fakes a three. Back to Vassell for three. Off. Rebounded by Nick Smith Jr. Hornets up one. 112, 111, 2:10 to go in the fourth. Here comes Miles Bridges. We got De'Aaron Fox picking up Miles Bridges. Nick Smith Jr. with a screen and roll. Miles Bridges has Chris Paul on him. Miles Bridges shaking and baking. Miles Bridges pushing it. Miles Bridges all the way to the cup, and he missed it. Miles Bridges has missed it. We got Rave Kingdom in the building. What's the deal, Rave?
What's going on, man? I'm just sliding in, saying hello to everyone. Shout out to Flight Sports TV. Oh my
Yeah.
God, there's so much that's happened.
Shout out to you,
Um,
Rafe.
Shout out to y'all, bro. No cap, man. But there's so much that happened in the NBA, man. And I see y'all covering the game and stuff, so I'm gonna let y'all do that. But man, what a what a dramatic change, man. Uh, man, I think I just want to bring in my 2 cents, man. Lonzo Ball, I did not expect that to happen. I did not expect the extension to happen, but it did. But extension happening to Lonzo Ball lets me think, what does that mean for the rest of his family? And what does that mean for the Bulls' plans? Because you can't keep having Lonzo Ball sit on the bench and you're saying, well, we kind of want this guy, and showing that you want that value from Lonzo. So if you want that value from Lonzo and talking about how you want him, it makes me wonder, like, okay, so we just gonna have him on the bench and he shows that he can be valuable for the team, and he's obviously now a vet for the team. Uh so is LaMelo Ball. Shout out to Melo Ball, Jello. Glad they're in good spirits. That's always good. But back to Lonzo, this really questions for me for what's his choice with the family. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow is not promised. You know what I'm saying? And I know good and well Lonzo or Jello or even Melo has that beautiful vision to one day play alongside with each other at one point. So I don't know how that's gonna happen. We're gonna keep watching and we're gonna stay focused. I appreciate y'all. Love you guys. Shout out to Fly Sports TV, man. Still holding it down. Everybody that's tuning in, man. I just want to let y'all know that, man.
Yeah, man, lying. 112, 114. Let's see what happens. Let's see who survives. The game is close. Um, Big time rip there by T-Jan. T-Jan out there getting minutes. Well, Purple, what you think about T-Jan? We still got a couple minutes, a little bit of time left on this game.
I feel that once again, outside of looking forward to him being a good defender, he ain't gonna be doing much. So I don't see the offense. I don't think he's gonna be like an impactful guy on offense in any way, shape, or form. I think his impact is gonna come defensively.
Yeah, I believe that. Is it defensively? I hope so. They stuck with him though. They can't let him go.
I mean, they can in due time if they need to.
Right. Then Fox. Oh, Fox throws it out, and that's good. 1-4. It's a tie game. Don't I think Lamelo about to go for the game winner, y'all? No, it's third. There's not time yet. Oh, Lamelo nearly lost it. Good pass to Diabate. Oh, Diabate got blocked, but they called a foul. Victor looking for Victor wanna check. Yeah, that's
Mic check,
crazy.
mic check, mic check.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah,
All
I'm
right, just
looking at.
double checking.
Oh, he was out of bounds. Oh, Fox was what? Well, damn, why they didn't call that? Oh, that was crazy. Man, Fox stepped out of bounds and the refs ain't called it. Yeah, that was crazy. This game is getting wild. You got a tie game with 30 seconds left in the fourth.
Wow, that's crazy.
Man, Victor did catch his shit. But Vassell, man, I gotta look what Vassell did. Yeah, this is a crazy game.
Yo, Flight, got a question
Yeah.
for you,
What's that?
real quick. Do you
Yeah, let's
think
talk.
now with the Fox on the Spurs, you think that will help him with his All Star voting and stuff like that, or help him become an All Star?
I don't think so. Not this season. I think next
I
year is
mean, I
gonna
mean,
be.
moving forward.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think this year they're just salvaging whatever they could do, but next year is really the year.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, this season is definitely, but I'm saying for like seasons move forward because even though he had a good bigs with Sabonis, I just feel like Sacramento the market just wasn't. I feel like this Spurs market will more so help his game and just that Tony Parker and Tim Duncan kind of vibe. You could probably get a new tempo of that.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean that's all you can do, right? So what you about to say, Purple?
Um, about the market, what
Yeah,
market?
once the game was over, I was gonna get into all the other stuff. I know that. I don't know. It's crazy. I didn't know this game was gonna get this close. You
Mm-hmm. I'm
are
gonna
you watching it?
see. Yeah,
You start watching Hornets games?
No, I'm multitasking. I'm
Oh no,
doing.
you good? You good? No,
Oh no.
there's a lot of teams I'm looking at too. These refs are going to check to see what the hell is going on. It's 114, 114.
Yeah, the Spurs winning record is not too bad. 22-26. It's going to be a very interesting outing. I still got the Hornets winning the game, though, so standing on that. Melo did disappoint, man. I thought my man was going to give me a double-double. Stood on a 9 assists. I also had him at the high 20s. It's all right.
Victor and Diabate about to jump ball. This is crazy. What the hell is going on?
Boy.
The Hornets about to blow this game. Let's see what happens. This shit getting crazy, y'all. Victor versus Musa. Anybody know who's gonna win this jump ball?
Musa going to surprise you right now.
No. There we go. They're going for the jump. They're going for the jump. And Victor got it. Stephon Castle has it. Fox is controlling it. Nick Smith Jr. is picking up Fox. There's 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. We got a tie game. Hornets should be able to get a possession out of this if they secure the rebound and get a stop. Fox maneuvering. Fox gonna go for it. Fox mid-range. Cash. The San Antonio Spurs is up by 2. And he talking shit.
They signed him
and he
for.
talking shit.
Of course, they're saying this is what they signed me for. This is what they got me here. Talk that shit.
He talking shit to Victor and he talking shit with Castle.
Yeah. That's his welcome to the Spurs moment right there.
Not
Melo
necessarily.
that shit.
No. I was about to say that. Watch Melo go for the 3.
Of course, always. Always. You want to live and die with that one.
That's crazy.
I doubt he passed that shit up, bro. He ain't passing it up.
Yeah. They was celebrating too early with too much time on the clock.
Yeah, Lamelo about to end that shit right now.
Yeah. They dapping up. They watching that. Bridges, they always watching them. Fox, they clapping. They only up 2. They drawing up a play right now.
They definitely came back, though, respectfully. But LaMelo about to hit the 3 and call it a game, nigga. This is for not putting me in the All-Star. I am him.
Yeah, so that's what it looked like. I think it's gonna happen.
Either I'm gonna get my 27, or he gonna pass it to my boy Seth Curry, and Steph gonna hit the 3.
Yeah. I think if they double and triple and they swarm him.
Yeah, and then he gonna get the 10 assists like he should.
I want to know who they got on Melo. They're taking the floor. Melo looked like he want to run and start with the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Melo, what the hell is going on with the timeout? They called a timeout. Hornets can't get a play.
Melo want to throw to catch the ball and then throw it in. Have a nigga throw it right back to him. Yeah, Melo going for game. That's why he called a timeout. All that he don't want no extra nothing.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Melo for the game.
Fireworks.
Purple, Melo for the game. Melo for the game, Purple. Purple don't believe it. Purple don't believe the hype.
I don't believe it.
Purple says she gonna need more evidence.
Let's see what happens. What y'all think gonna happen? Y'all think Melo gonna win it?
I just
I,
Or what we
hard.
calling?
hopefully,
I'm calling
That's
the
gonna be
three
about
by
it. I'm
Lamelo.
calling the three. I'm calling the three for Lamelo.
Uh,
Or he will pass it up and get the assist.
yeah. Let's see what happened. The Hornets should have won this game now. Should have never been this close. They had though. That's just crazy. Gotta do better. There we go. Melo with it. Melo all the way to the cup. Kicks it out to Miles for the game. Good. Miles Bridges is 1.4. Miles Bridges just hit a three.
Yeah.
Miles Bridges just hit
I
a
told you
three.
you're gonna get that assist though. I told you gonna get
Yeah,
my boy
but
get that
yo,
assist.
it's one. Yo, they was talking shit. They should have never did that. It's 1.4 anyway. So they still got time.
My boy Lamelo for the assist, double double.
Yeah, Melo went all the way to the cup, drew in the defense, and Miles hit that three. Yeah, they good. They got some good shooters out there. You got Lamelo, Miles. That was a big three.
Yeah, that's a big three. First game though. Hawks don't got it in them. We over.
Yeah, that was a good look. And now they got to get a stop. They're gonna probably try to go to Fox or Victor. I wonder who's gonna get it this time. There's only 1.14. Chris Paul and Victor doing a lot of talking.
Nah, Lamelo now on defense. We got
You
this
know, that's
guys.
the thing about Fox. Well, I don't know why Fox hit a shot with 7 points and change, and he was celebrating. They taking Melo out the game for this play.
Defenses, yeah.
Taj is in the game. They got Taj on Chris Paul on the inbounder. Taj is on the inbounder. Uh-oh. Here we go. Oh, yeah, Hornets win. Hornets won. Oh shit. Tell me how Fox made the shot, but they gotta count it. I don't think it counted. It wasn't no
Oh,
time. It wasn't enough time. It wasn't enough
oh,
time. No way. No, the ball, no, it didn't count.
it didn't count.
Nope.
Oh, all right.
Fox was gonna hit him with the game winner, but he had the ball in his hands. That's game.
Yeah, Hornets got away with it.
Yep, Hornets win. Yo, I
Yeah,
ain't gonna lie,
good.
Fox is on some shit. Yeah, that was a good one.
I'll take
Yeah,
it.
yeah, they didn't have enough time. Hornets win. I know Fox is happy though. That's a stupid. That's a crazy game for the Spurs. Both teams walking off happy. The Spurs gonna have to go in the back and realize they lost. That's the feeling that they're just happy. Tell me how Fox and Melo talking. Yeah, that was crazy. Big time game for the Charlotte Hornets, man. That was a big win. Big win. So what this mean? Any carryover? I mean, what about for the coaches? Lamelo proved, once again, why he's that guy. 24 points, 4 rebounds, 10 assists. That's a good look in his return. What y'all think about that?
I feel like it's putting the league on notice that, like, yeah, I'm here when I play. When I play, I'm, I'll put on for my team. I will play hard, whether I win or not. I'll play hard, and this is what I
Yeah,
do.
I mean,
yeah,
I think there's for right now people like Bill Simmons and the people that run on his podcast and stuff like that. I don't think there's anything that Lamelo can do to ever change their mind. And the old dude that's well, no, he don't have no NBA stuff. I don't think. I think he just stay with the college stuff. But I just think it's no changing people like Ben Simmons' mind that are like, very stubborn. Like I was surprised about Windhorse that, I'm thinking like, okay, you like LeBron, you surely gotta like, Melo. But I don't think he can ever change their mind. I don't understand what it is and why they ain't willing to adjust their train of thought. But it's because remember it's the media and the coaches is the reason why he didn't make it. The players did their job, and and as fans we did our job. It was you know the coaches and the media. So I don't know.
yeah, man. This shit is stupid. We got Dex in the building, man. The Hornets got to win. And Melo's return. What's your thoughts on that?
Yes, sir. Shout out to Flight Sports TV. That was an exciting game.
Yeah,
Lamelo and the Hornets was kind of shorthanded based on the shuffling of their roster, and some players are not eligible to play pending the clearance of the trade. But most likely, that's got to do with having a physical, passing a physical, and stuff like that. But yeah, this was an exciting game. It was great that it came down to um, the wire and the ball in Lamelo hands coming down the court, finding the longer or the longest tenured Hornets, Miles Bridges, and he hit that shot from the corner. So the combination of the two longest tenured Hornets, Melo and Miles, the two most exciting Hornets as a combination, Melo and Miles, as they once went under the, the nomenclature of Airbnb. So that's exciting in itself. The Hornets fan base is excited. The arena was explosive, went into a frenzy, and this is the Hornets' 9-game home stand. Last game, now they have to go 9 games on the road. So to springboard onto their road trip, this was the best scenario as an outcome possible for like.
what you think about the Sacramento Kings? Fox was on another level tonight, huh?
You mean the Spurs?
Oh yeah, pardon me, the Spurs. Yeah,
Man, the Spurs they're a tough team. They was playing Lamelo, very tough, very aggressive. That damn rookie Castle. I mean, my
I
God.
told you. I told you. I wanted the Spurs. I wanted the Hornets to get him. Pardon me, man. That's crazy because it slipped.
Yeah, that guy's the real deal, And he took up the defensive task of guarding Lamelo, and he kept Lamelo under the player performance parlay with 24 points. And I think they gave Lamelo 25 or under, and he kept him under. So that's surprising in itself. But we know this is Lamelo first game back, and Castle had an opportunity to guard a Lamelo who was trying to get his juices flowing, coming back after a 5-game absence.
Yeah, I agree with that. Let's not act like this guy. Let's pump the brakes. They just come back. And Melo was whooping their ass too, so we got to point that out too. So we got to find out, man. I want to. What do you think Dalton Connect could bring? Since you see this team is there's no more Mark Williams. I see this team really getting the 3 ball up a lot. Melo got some good shooters to kick it to. How do you see Dalton fitting after watching this game?
Yeah, shout out to Fresh Prince. Shout out to Purple Baby. I don't like how the Hornets fan base is kicking Mark in the ass on the way out. See, I don't like that. I don't like that kind of hypocrisy. That just shows me that there is a lot of insecurity dealing with that fan base and some of the content creators who talk about the Hornets. So the trade was good because Jeff Peterson acknowledged that he made a mistake. That's all it shows me. Because how do you not draft the guy in June, but circle around and trade for him in February? And as a GM, that normally don't happen. Because if he's your guy now, why he wasn't your guy in June? Because remember, this is a rookie. It's not like there is any kind of new information on this guy. He only been in the league for half a season. So half a season, what you saw was better than a full season in college and through the summer and through workouts that you felt your number 6 draft pick was worth it over drafting Dalton Connect. That come full circle, that kind of shows that there's some apprehensiveness when it comes to talent evaluation from Jeff Peterson.
Yeah. Don't you think that he's obligated now to this guy T-Jan? Because it seemed like they about to force him down, you know. They're gonna make sure he play. He ain't about to get lost out here now. He's gonna be a part of this.
Well, no, that doesn't show anything because he has already made up his mind on what he's going to do with T-Jan because he's been back and forth to the G League. So going back and forth to the G League shows that he's just not ready yet, and he still remains a project. So that's why he got connected. I mean, that's why he traded Mark and went and got Connect. So Connect was already assigned to the Charlotte Hornets at the number 6 pick during a lot of mock drafts. So apparently, T-Jan Salon just wasn't enough. And he recognized that. So that's why Dalton Connect is one of the newest members of the Charlotte Hornets.
That's a lot. Victor Wembanyama. That was a crazy game tonight for Victor. What you think about them blocks? Did you see any of those blocks?
Yeah, Victor, he tried to block Melo early on, but it was a goaltend. That's what he do. He's a great help defender because the guy is 7'5". I mean, he's the tallest building out there. He's like the Empire State Building, right? Or the Sears Tower. And Chris Paul got into his shirt earlier in the game because he was slow on a few rotations. And then after that, Victor Wembanyama got it together and started positioning himself to be a better help defender than he was early on because Charlotte was stomping a mud hole in their ass because they went up 19 in the first half.
Right. No, I can agree with that. Charlotte, man, they did good with Lamelo. Do you think that maybe these coaches and people are going to vote him in now after something like this? What if you see Lamelo continues to prove his value? He's back there winning. What the hell?
Well, you know what? That's a tough call right there with Lamelo because, like I said,
I think I asked Purple all of them now, but I don't think we got your word on it.
Yeah, that's a tough call with Lamelo because he's back after a 5-game absence. And in that 5 games, the Charlotte Hornets was getting hammered. So regardless if Lamelo, play or don't play, that record reflects his total outcome because he is the PG1 on that team. He's the general. He's the floor leader. He's the curator. He's the maestro. So whenever he steps on the floor, the record reflects that, they're below 15-game win team. So that definitely hurts Lamelo. That's why he has to stay on the court so he can get wins and get wins in bunches because this was a tough team he played. This is the plus 20 game winning team he just played. Plus, they got Darion Fox, Chris Paul, Devin Vassell, and Victor Wembanyama, and Keldon Johnson coming off the bench. So the Spurs is no slouch. So this win for the Hornets, it showed that they have fight. But still, the Hornets allowed them to come back because the Spurs got physical. And when you get physical with the Hornets, it seemed like they somewhat surrendered. They do not like physicality whatsoever. And that's what is disturbing about the Hornets because they have to get tough. Detroit got tough. Cleveland got tough. Houston got tough. Orlando got tough. And now the Spurs are getting tough.
How do the Hornets get tough?
By getting players who are more gritty than finesse. Get away from the pretty boy show and get out there and get players that will compete for the 50-50 ball. And get players that will get up in other players' chests and fight back. And if they push you, you don't move backwards, you move forward. And the Hornets got very few players with that mentality.
I agree with that. What you think about Liangelo Ball, man? All-Star Weekend. A lot of things popping with Jello. He will be performing on All-Star Saturday night. What's your thoughts on this? He got the remix going on with Wayne. It was good.
That's wonderful. Liangelo performing during All-Star. I'm just surprised that Rock Nation. I don't know what's going on with Rock Nation because a lot of this Liangelo sightings, I don't believe Rock Nation have a lot to do with it. I believe it's Liangelo's team. It could be some Def Jam team getting involved, but we don't hear Liangelo shout out Rock Nation. With all these new ventures and upcoming events, he's going to be at the Super Bowl come Sunday, and he's going to be performing, or he's going to have multiple performances during Super Bowl weekend. Now, there's nothing saying that he's going to be performing at the Super Bowl, of course. But he's going to be doing a lot of performing in the area, and especially by being New Orleans, and Lil Wayne is on the track. It's nothing but up. I would love for Liangelo to be a part of the All-Star Weekend celebrity basketball game. I'm surprised they didn't call him up for that. I don't know if they.
That has to happen.
Say that again.
That has to happen.
Yeah, you would think so, right?
Yeah.
You would think they would add him on. Right. So I don't know. Maybe they might be considering that. Maybe the entertainment bosses of All-Star Weekend might just add him in there. So I'm looking forward to that. Not just performing, but playing in the celebrity All-Star basketball game. I mean, it only makes sense now.
Yeah, I hope so. Purple, what you think about this Lil Wayne track?
I didn't listen to it.
Oh, you got to hear it. Did you hear about him performing for All-Star Weekend?
Yeah, I seen it.
Yeah, what you think about that?
I mean, I guess it's cool. It's about the NFL this weekend, so that's the thing.
What's your team? Who winning?
They're gonna let the Chiefs win, so they can so people can get their wet wish about that don't like Brady and call Patrick Mahomes greater than Brady.
Well,
Steve Young in them.
This is a big weekend.
Yeah, I know.
Yep.
Is this the first time like the NBA All-Star festivities took place on the weekend that the Super Bowl was on?
I'm not sure.
I feel like it is.
No, All Stars next week, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they don't do nothing. They don't do nothing. That would be foolish trying to do something against the Super Bowl.
I was about to say Dex.
Yeah, that'll be dumb.
I think they got like what 2 more games or one or 2 more games, and then they're going to All Star break.
Do y'all think Nick Smith Jr. is safe, or they gonna trade?
Well, they can't move nobody no more.
I know that. I'm talking about during the off season.
If I was the Hornets, well, you still got Trey Mann out there. We don't know how he's going to recover from that. But if Trey Mann don't recover, you cannot just get rid of Nick Smith Jr. You just gonna have to cut Trey Mann, and let Nick ride on the roster. But there is a potential problem coming down the pike, and that's KJ Simpson.
Yeah.
Now, if he continues to play at the level that he's playing on, then Nick could be expendable. Because one thing about Nick Smith Jr., he's a maybe. Maybe he have a good game, maybe he don't. You don't find no consistencies with Nick Smith Jr. because his game is willy-nilly. There's really not much control with Nick Smith's game. Because if he's not hitting shots, he's a big liability. Because he'll turn the ball over, he won't pass it. Nick Smith Jr. is becoming a young black hole, developing in the universe.
I'll say this. I think hopefully this organization the new people don't do what Mitch and them did as far as trying to turn these guys in or giving them roles or whatever that they are not even good at. So I think hopefully from my viewpoint, I'm hopeful that they see that Nick is just a scorer, like him and Trey Mann, Lord Jesus. Yeah, Trey Mann. Or like the scores. So I think, because I know they said he had a herniated disc, Trey Mann. I still think that they might flip Nick Smith for something. Because I think, coming into this season with Nick Smith being assigned to the G League, I thought that was a bad sign over Trey Mann, a guy that just got there. So evidently they seen something to where they were like, yeah, we're going to keep putting you down in the G League and stuff like that. So I think Nick is gone this offseason.
Well, I wouldn't fight against it. I'll tell you that much. I wouldn't even try to disagree with you. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't, like I said, I don't see nothing out of Nick Smith. I don't see nothing out of Josh Green. Those two, to me, it just wasted space. Yeah, Nick can do, drive to the hole, make a nice layup, and shoot a 3-pointer and things of that nature. But he's like a baby BI. He's gonna dribble the air out the ball before he decides to do something. And then at the last minute, he's gonna try to do something, but his IQ is so low, he's gonna turn the ball over every time. So I said that's why he shoots so much. Because if he try to pass it, he's gonna pass it to the other team because he's colorblind.
Yeah.
Good point. But what about your boy T John?
Who, me?
No, I'm messing with Dex. I'm playing with him.
I like T John though, because he's 19. He got a mentality that he don't care. All he want to do is get out there and ball and show that he belongs in the NBA. See, that type of mentality you can coach. But I think Nick Smith thinks he's better than what he is.
No,
and that is dangerous.
I don't think that, Dex. I think
Nick Smith or T John.
I'm talking about Nick. I don't think he's better than he is. I just think he's somebody that he is who he is.
There's not too many guards.
That too, but he from high school, because I heard him. You got to remember he was number 1 ranked in his class prior to his injury that he suffered at Arkansas. So
Okay, and
no, I'm saying like so the player that I seen in high school didn't differ too much from the player in college or the player that I'm seeing right now in the NBA. He's in a current NBA system or team. He's a sixth man that's not
but
gonna pass. That's gonna get buckets and stuff like that.
but
Hopefully,
even as but purple, even as, if they was playing him as a six man,
mhm.
he's not consistent enough with his buckets. You follow what I'm saying? He's not like see Trey Man was consistent before he got hurt, and Trey Man never tried to outdo Lamelo. For some reason, when Nick Young looks at Lamelo, in his mind, he's like, oh, I'm better than this dude, man. Why everybody tripping off Lamelo? And I'm gonna show you.
I think you're reading too much into that. I don't think Nick Smith that jaded because you know he played with Jalen Williams from OKC. He was on that team.
Okay, that don't mean nothing in college.
It's-
I'm talking about right now.
that man is not jealous of him.
I didn't say jealous. I never said jealous. I said he looks at Lamelo and say, you know what? I think I'm better than him because the way I swiggle, I don't see Lamelo swiggle like that. And I'm gonna show Coach Lee what I'm about.
You
Y'all
think he
check me
doing
out.
that?
Heck yeah, you don't pass Lamelo the ball. He goes to the other side.
And he's
So you
wrong
don't have to. You
again.
don't you don't do that, purple. Listen. I coach basketball. Yes, I didn't coach at this level, but basketball still have principles, and basketball still have fundamentals. And one thing you don't do when you're a turnover king like Nick Smith Jr., go away from your main ball handler because your main ball handler gonna get you the ball in spots. But Nick Smith Jr. don't want it in spots. He want to dribble to where he wants to dribble, and then shoot it when he feels he wants to shoot it. And a lot of times that takes away 5 and 6 seconds off the clock. And then if he gets stuck, he already don't know how to pass that well, and then he turns the ball over to the opposite team. Like
Again,
I can't do no with it. Let me see what y'all gonna do.
like I told you, not too much different from the player that was in high school or college. Which means he has not grown that much with his time in the G League.
He's almost like Book Knight on steroids. The only thing different between Nick Smith and Book Knight is that Nick Smith Jr. is not a slush.
No, I'm not gonna let you compare him to respectfully to Book Knight. I'm not gonna let you do that. That's crazy.
I'm just only going by what I observe. Because, like I say, by Nick Smith being such a young cat coming into this league with a doggy dog mentality, because you come to a team like Charlotte that's not good, that's not winning, and you still go to the G League. Sometimes that bruises people's ego, and I think Nick Smith have a quiet ego, and he's what you call a silent psychopath.
You know why he went to the G League, Dex? Do you remember who was on the roster when he got drafted?
Go ahead.
And he was also injured when they drafted him.
Go ahead.
Yeah. It was a reason why he went down there.
But only thing I'm saying is that
I think that was the last year that Book Knight was on the roster.
yeah, it was. But only thing I'm saying is that he has a G League mentality. He has a summer league mentality. And he brings that to the Hornets, and sometimes it just throws their offense off rhythm. I've seen it too many times, and I don't know why the fuck Charles Lee won't dress this dude down or put him in a doghouse. Unless they don't want to win. Maybe they throw Nick out there to be a monkey wrench. I don't know. Nick, go out there, man. Go disrupt shit.
Or to make him, you gotta they trying to make these guys, not worth it, valuable. So if they don't have to buy out any more players, they don't need to. You make him look good and stuff like that. It's possible, and you get what you get. Assets back. They trying to get assets back for him. That's all.
Well, okay, tonight he did score 19 points, right? He shot the ball 13 times, so that's good. He shot good tonight. But there's going to be nights where it's going to be more nights than not that Nick Smith Jr. underperforms.
I mean,
this is a scary 19. See, now he goes into the next game thinking he can score 23.
I mean, I don't think he thinks that. I think he knows that because he was in the G League this year putting up solid, decent numbers and stuff like that. Something similar to what he did tonight. So I keep telling you, he's a 6-man. That's all that is. And
then why they starting him then if he's a 6-man?
Because people are hurt, Diggs.
No, you got hold on. You got Seth Curry. You got KJ Simpson. You got players that can.
Again, they are not the scorers. The scorer that Nick Smith is. Seth is a shooter. KJ more of a playmaker that can shoot. But if you're looking just for somebody to score, I'm definitely taking Nick Smith Jr. over them. Right now,
we're talking about as starters, Purple Baby. You said he was a 6-man. Okay, put him in 6-man. But again, either Curry or KJ Simpson.
But I'm telling you, unless they wanted to do, remember when we was talking about starting another playmaker on side of Lamelo? Maybe Charles didn't want to do that tonight. He wanted, and remember, Nick, his defense is here and there to me, but you know.
Mostly there than here.
Huh?
Mostly there than here.
Huh?
You said his defense is here and there. Mostly there than here.
Oh, how the hell did they get Alfred Payton on this goddamn team?
I think they had an open roster.
He won the G League?
No, they had an open roster spot 9 out of 10.
Well, they're gonna have to cut somebody, for Musa Diabate to have a permanent spot because he's a two-way player and he only eligible to play 50 games. So somebody got to get cut.
Same thing with Alfred. Just got a 10-day.
No, I didn't know that.
I'm not worried about Alfred. I'm worried about Diabate. Yeah, Alfred is a journeyman. Yeah. But
I don't know why you worried, Dex. It's okay. They got nobody. They got the space.
No, they don't. They got what's your name incoming, Connect incoming, and they got Yusuf Nurkic incoming.
How many players did they send out? They sent out 3 players. I think Micic was on the 2-way. Cody had a roster spot, and Mark had a roster spot. So Nurkic got a roster spot. Nick Smith Jr. is on the 2-way. And who's the other player? Connect and Nurkic got a roster spot.
Right, but what about Diabate? He's on the 2-way. He only played 50 games.
I understand that, and they'll probably reassign somebody back down to the G League permanently because maybe Tijon, they might permanently.
They're not finished. I said they gotta waive somebody. Somebody gotta go.
No, they don't, Dex. What are you talking about? They sent out 3 players. They bring him back 2.
So you telling me they sent out Cody Martin, they sent out Micic, they sent out Mark Williams.
Mark Williams held a roster spot. Micic held a 2-way spot, along with Diabate at the time. And
you sure Micic was a 2-way? I think he was.
Cody held a roster spot, so you got 2 open.
But Micic wasn't no 2-way though. Why you say Micic was a 2-way?
He was a 2-way. You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, he was a 2-way contract.
Micic?
Like I think, Yeah, he was a 2-way. They didn't sign him.
You only got out 2-2-ways, right?
No, I think it's 3.
Oh, it's 3.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, Micic, he held a roster spot in a way. Because how many players? Let me count, because I'm on that thing. Let me count the players. 1, 2, 3. Oh, remember they got the a roster spot because Grant Williams, the NBA granted them a what's it called when the player get hurt? Oh my God, I can't think of the word.
I know what you're talking about. It's escaped my mind.
Yeah, so they got a spot because of that too, because he out. But anyway, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Well, Isaiah's in the G League. So he don't.
He's 17. You only got out 17.
Who else did I count?
And you bringing in 2 players. I'm telling you, gotta cut somebody.
Again, you only sent out 2 players that, I mean, Mitch is
3. They sent out 3.
Yeah, but only 2 players was counted against. Well, Mitch is counting against your cap. But remember, they got the 3rd spot.
Only thing I know is that they're gonna have to cut somebody. They got too many players.
No, they don't. Dex. I'm telling you, they don't. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think Daquan Jeffries. Well, no, he wasn't, because they took him out of the G League and I think gave him a roster spot. But no, they don't have to.
Okay.
Because they only bringing back 2 players.
I think they're gonna cut Efren Payton. That's what I think.
Of course, he only got a 10.
They're gonna waive him and then go into the buyout market.
He only have a 10-day contract.
But the only thing I'm saying, somebody have to be waived. They cannot keep everybody.
They not keep what they if they get a roster, which I think it comes with that with Grant Williams, because he got hurt and whatever. So I know it
disability. Disability, but I can't remember.
It brings up a roster spot. They don't have to. I don't understand why they went to go get Elfrid Payton either, but they cool. They ain't gonna have to. What's the name?
Waive anybody?
Because I remember Diabate and Isaiah Wong are G League players. They're not even. They count against their G League cap.
But if you're a 2-way player, you on the roster though. That's not the case.
I know, and I don't think what's the name has. I ain't seen like no deal or anything where they re-upped him or whatever. Diabate or whatever. Because I'm looking at the contracts right now. Diabate ain't got nothing under his. KJ should. I don't know why he don't. Isaiah don't have nothing under his.
Well, look up Charlotte roster. Not the roster, but like go Google Charlotte roster. Like maybe somebody might have something on it as far as how many, somebody would have to go. Do Charlotte have to cut somebody? Because like I said, we done counted like 18, 19 players.
It was 18. But Mitch and Mark Williams is gone. So that make them have 16? Let me see. Yeah, see, even on ESPN, Diabate don't have a thing which is telling me he counts against their G League. Elfrid Payton, they signed to a 10-day. He ain't got nothing under his. And Isaiah don't either.
Isaiah won't. But only thing I'm just asking you is see if because with this trade deadline and everything, a lot of teams did pick up extra players, but they haven't waived anybody as of yet because I don't think the buyout market started. So I would type in, do Charlotte Hornets have to waive any players for their roster? Maybe some will come up because I'm quite sure somebody had to write something up on the Charlotte Hornets. Because they made some big move.
Oh yeah, because of Elfrid Payton, them getting Elfrid Payton to that 10-day.
Big move.
So what do you see?
It says, even though this is AI generated, it says yes, the Charlotte Hornets may have to waive a player to make room for the new signing for a new signing. So that would be Elfrid Payton. It says, for example, in February of 2025, the Hornets may have needed to waive a player to sign Elfrid Payton to a 10-day contract.
Okay. So they got to waive somebody.
Oh, I forgot. They got Reddish, too. I forgot about him.
Yeah, that's right. Cam Reddish. That's right. Cam Reddish.
He's going to play.
9 out of 10 is either going to be between Reddish or Payton, but I think it'll be Payton because of the 10-day.
Okay. I knew it was something. I knew they had too many players. That's who we was missing, Cam Reddish.
Yeah, so it'll be Payton. They just did that probably to suit, because don't they have to have at least 12 players or whatever it is?
12 players for what?
No, they don't, because somebody one year participated with 7 players. They went in
the game. You only need 5. I mean, yeah, you can play with 5 players and one sub. So 6 or 7 is good.
So you a Lakers fan. Cam Reddish wasn't hurt or anything, was he?
I'm not sure what happened with Cam Reddish. I think JJ was playing him early. Maybe it could be a Duke thing, give him an opportunity. And then Cam probably went into the doghouse. I'm not sure if he was hurt or did JJ Reddick just felt his production wasn't up to par for what he was trying to do. Because one thing about Cam Reddish, he got the archetype that is wanted for the NBA. But I just don't know why he can't stay nowhere and just, dig his foxhole. I don't understand what bad about Cam Reddish.
Because he didn't turn into the player they wanted him to be. His rookie year, he was injured a lot. He barely even played. Then I think the second year, same thing, rinse and repeat. And then he wasn't hitting his milestones like he needed to, as far as they gave up on Reddish.
Yeah, Atlanta wasn't playing. They were like, dude, you out of here.
Yeah. Because I remember the whole Atlanta thing, they was like, DeAndre Hunter is better and Kevin Huerter is better than Reddish. And I didn't feel that way. Reddish came back and had some good games and some bad. It was like a 50-50 thing. And then that next year, I feel like he didn't get hurt that next year. I just think he wasn't playing.
He got hurt one year. One year he got hurt. And I think with Atlanta. He got hurt while he was with Atlanta and they just held on to him.
Him and Hunter got hurt, but the way people was putting it was that Reddish, was hurt. I think Reddish was hurt for the majority of the year, and then when Reddish came back, that's when Hunter had got hurt. And then when they was going into the second season, if I remember correctly, DeAndre Hunter got hurt, but he had came back. And at that time, between him, Huerter, and Reddish couldn't create his own shot. He wasn't hitting his threes at a good rate. His defense was solid, but Atlanta felt that Hunter's defense was better, which is why they ended up keeping Hunter over Reddish, which made them move Reddish.
Yeah, I just think it's just something with I think something between his ears that coaches just kind of get frustrated with.
Yeah.
And now Atlanta doesn't have neither one, Cam Reddish or Hunter, right?
Mm-hmm. I think if they would have stuck with Reddish for at least another season or something like that, Reddish would have still been on this team.
Yeah, he had his best season, Cam Reddish, with Atlanta. If you look at Cam Reddish, we was just talking about him. In 21-22 season with Atlanta, he put up 11 points. He shot 40% from the field, 37% from 3. So he's had a fall from grace. He's with the Lakers and the LeBron. He was screwed up. 3 points. He averaged 18 minutes. He only played 31 games this year.
It's sad.
Well, he ain't really. He got to step his play up.
I mean, he tried. That's how fast the league can pass you by. How many wings came in after him that either hold a starting spot or a rotational spot coming off the bench? That's how they do you.
Yep.
And I don't know. I never heard anything as far as Cam Reddish having a bad demeanor, locker room disruption, nothing like that. I don't understand what happened in Atlanta to where they was like, yeah, we're going to get you up on out of here after 2 seasons.
Right.
So basically, going back to the Hornets, you feel it's best that Nick Smith just come off the bench and don't try to insert him into the starting lineup.
Absolutely. Well, hold on, because
especially when everybody get back.
Hold on, no, because I think what's his name? What's his name? Josh Green. I feel like Josh Green needs to be on the bench, but I think Nick is going whenever. Nick might be on the bench over KJ. I don't agree with that.
I'm not saying anything.
Hello?
Okay, yeah, I might have been you.
It might have been Purple because I didn't say anything. But yeah, go ahead, Purple. Sorry about that. So
yeah.
Okay, if you want to just bring Nick Smith off the bench and make him the microwave, okay, cool. I don't have a problem with that.
No, because
I don't like him starting because he disrupt the rhythm. You know what I'm saying?
No,
as soon as he touch the ball, he just go. He just one speed. You can't be that on Charlotte right now with Lamelo, because Lamelo is too methodical. A lot of people think Lamelo is out here just wild, and no, he's methodical. Don't you see his passes? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because I watched this whole game because I was interested in seeing De'Aaron Fox, right? I told Flight LaMelo was playing early. I said Flight LaMelo's gonna play. A lot of people felt LaMelo wasn't gonna play, so they hesitated. But I knew he was gonna be on the court. Charlotte Hornets be bullshitting with their roll out their injury report in their starting five. When they start doing that, that's because of gambling. See, gambling done fucked the game off, like LeVar said. Gambling fucked the game off because they already know who's starting hours before the game. So they want to wait and let you do your parlays and picks and stuff, thinking that LaMelo is not playing. And then you go with San Antonio, right? Because San Antonio's healthy. They ain't really got nobody out like that. And then you go take San Antonio plus 10, like, oh shit, LaMelo ain't playing. Minus 10. San Antonio's giving up double digits, so LaMelo ain't playing. It's going to be that same trash out there. And then all of a sudden, 15 minutes before the game, they're going to announce LaMelo to play. See, that's the bullshit. And then look what happens. You put all your money on San Antonio, coming in strong. Fox, Paul, Vassell, and Wembanyama coming into your building healthy. And then all of a sudden they get beat. And Charlotte covered the spread. See, that's the type of stuff to make you take your team and throw it out the window. Oh, yeah, Castle. Oh, my bad. Castle and company. You know what I'm saying? That type of stuff make you take the TV and throw it out the window. Because you know you've been suckered. And the Charlotte Hornets be going for that shit. So this is probably why the commissioner was sitting down with Rick Snall about that type of shit, not getting him some help. You know what I'm saying? Not sending LaMelo to the All-Star. Listen, man, we're going to use you guys as the fishing bait because you guys are bottom of the bottom of the cellar, and LaMelo have eyes on him. So we're going to use you guys because FanDuel already sponsor y'all to dupe the public. When every time a big team come in town, we're going to play around with the injury report.
You think they're playing games like that?
Man, it's $1 billion, probably almost $1 trillion industry. Every owner is $1 billion, was a multi-billionaire. Hell yeah, they play games like that. Because you dealing with blue-collar people who work 9 to 5 and punch your clock. They don't give a shit about you. You follow what I'm saying? These are the same people that play the lottery every day. He said, "What's up, Rave Kingdom? My boy ain't heard him in a second." Yeah, last time Rave was here when I think LaMelo and Lonzo played against each other.
Yeah, Rave was here earlier.
Oh, you were here earlier? Okay, cool.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know when he didn't pop up in the chat.
So yeah, like that's what I think the NBA. I mean, because sometimes I'm a seasoned gambler, so I look for little odd things to give me an advantage. And I notice things have changed since gambling has been basically legalized in sports, and all these gambling sites are sponsoring some of these teams and some of these content creators and a whole lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? ESPN. I mean, they having whole segments, like 2-hour segments on gambling.
The money.
So that's why I kind of backed up off of it, especially when Navarre gave us a hint, like gambling is messing up the game.
Right.
And when I heard that from him, I'm like, that's interesting that he says that, because he never like show any kind of interest in that. You know what I'm saying? So it must be something that came through his ear where some of these things are manufactured and even scripted to some degree. Right?
Yeah.
Like, say for instance, me and you is cool, Flight, right? And I play ball. Nobody know who the hell you is. But me and you kind of grew up a little bit. And I play ball. And I'm like, listen, Flight, I ain't got no money for you. I can't just throw you stuff random, a bag randomly like that, even though I'm paid in the NBA. But what I can do is from time to time, let you go ahead and bet a heavy wager, and somehow I done broke a toenail and I can't go back into the game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So put everything you made this week on my point total being under. Flight, I'm finna ball out. We playing this team. I hate this dude over here. He talk a lot of shit. I'm finna go for 50. So my point total is 19.5. Put everything imaginable. Gather everybody in your family some money so you can at least lay 5,000 or better that I go over 19 and a half. You don't think these things? You got 400 players in the NBA. You got how many players in the G League? About 200 in the G League. You don't think these things can happen? These kind of conversations?
We're throwing games?
Not throwing games. No. I'm not saying they throwing games, but I'm saying they manipulating players' stats. Because you can do individual player performances, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put $1,000. Lonzo don't get 5 assists. Like I saw the last game Lonzo played. They had Lonzo at 3.5 assists. What? 3.5 assists for Lonzo, and that's all he do is try to pass the damn ball. And guess how many assists he got?
What?
3.
Wow.
He didn't get no more.
That's crazy.
How can you be that right?
Well, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people do that, like the points. I don't know how you can predict the points. That's why I know manipulation. Something's going on. You don't know what the hell the game is going to be played.
And that's what I'm saying. Who would imagine what happened tonight? I'm not saying this is the case. I'm just saying just with my history of gambling. I've been gambling for probably longer than some of you guys were born, right? That you don't get nothing on Lamelo unless you have an inside hookup. Oh, Lamelo playing tonight. He said he's playing tonight. They already gave him the word. He's a go, right? And then nothing. You hear nothing until like 30 minutes before the game. Why are you holding out? That's my point. Why would you hold that out? You know that the fans are waiting for Lamelo to return. That should be, soon as he cleared, you should have been printing that. You can go to the Swarm, you can go to the Charlotte Observer. Nobody's printing anything that LaMelo's available until 30 minutes before the game.
Right.
Isn't that kind of suspicious?
I think so.
That's the only thing I'm saying. Because the team doctors already know he's going to come, right? Some said he's going to come after the All-Star break. They're going to lay him down for All-Star break. That was probably the original plan. Bring them back for All-Star break. But somebody must have said, you know what? We our viewership is going against the Super Bowl weekend. We got to get all our heavyweights on the court so we can get these viewerships before we go into break. So if you can play, ain't no waiting until after the All-Star break to come back. If you can play, you got to play now.
Yeah, I believe that.
So I don't know. This could be me, right? It just could be me and my conspiratorial mind.
Mm. Yeah, shout out to
Is that shout out to what?
me. I'm just playing.
There you go. What you want to talk about, Purple?
I think we outside of the trades and stuff like that, I think we talked about everything pretty much.
I was watching.
Unless y'all want to talk about the draft, like the guys that y'all like in the draft or whatever.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I only know 2 players really. I don't know really the whole spiel.
And I don't know what. And I meant to ask Sam this, but I got distracted yesterday. I don't know what the obsession is with putting a wing that like Miller at the 2 guard position. I don't understand it. I don't ever want to see Charles Lee for any reason at all. Now that I'm thinking about it, ever put a lineup out there of LaMelo Ball, Brandon Miller, and Dalton Connect. Don't ever do that.
You're going to get that. So be prepared.
Bro, I'm like, that don't make no sense. Because the only players they got to shed off their salary now is Josh. If they still want to move from Bridges rather. Josh Green, Miles Bridges, and Nick Smith Jr. Because it's like they trying to get all of Mitch's, except for what, LaMelo and Miles, maybe. Anything that Mitch, came in and did.
Traffic.
Yeah, they trying to get them on up out of there.
Well, if you say Nick Smith Jr.
I think he's out there, honestly.
Has value, then as a 6 man, then maybe they need to keep him as a 6 man. Because if that's his focus, just to score, well, you need that coming off the bench, right? Because most of your reserves
until Trey Man come back. But I think
if he come back,
he's not coming back this year. He's finished for the year because he got to get surgery on his back. So yeah. I don't know if he's gonna be ready next year or not. But if he's ready, then if you continue to start Josh Green, and I don't know if he's gonna be ready, but
you don't know if he's gonna be ready.
Grant Williams will be ready next year at the beginning of next year. So we got to see.
My question to you, Purple, why you don't want to see Melo, Miller, and Connect on the court at the same time?
You don't have attack defender. You lost Mark Williams. You know, and stuff like that. He's on 9 out of 10. If not in the G League, he'll be coming off the bench too. That's just a terrible defensive unit.
So you think that line, that those 3 guys are just horrendous on defense? You will get slaughtered.
Yes.
Yeah. But what about the scoring aspect? Because I think Connect, he's confident. He's an older rookie, so he's confident in himself. He's not going to sit back and be reticent with the ball. He's going to put that ball in the air.
I think he's a shooter. That's number 1. 2, I don't mind. I wouldn't put him. The problem is the obsession with putting what's the name at the 2. Miller, and that's the problem. Like, we might see a lineup that Grant, like, hopefully Grant's ready at the beginning of next year. But I wouldn't be surprised to see a lineup. I don't know who. Let's just say Musa. So you got Musa, Grant, Miles, Miller, and Lamelo starting, and then connect Trey Man if and when he's ready, and then whoever you get to replace Nick Smith and Tijon.
I agree with that.
So do you think? So you do you think?
I thought about Josh Green too.
Yeah, Josh Green is an apparition. Um, he just, he's just a silhouette out there. I don't know what happened to Josh Green. Maybe I thought he was more than what he was.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, because I was somewhat excited that the Charlotte Hornets going to get some. Yeah, that the Charlotte Hornets going to get somebody that's not afraid to get into somebody's chest on defense and willing to sacrifice himself. But then all of a sudden, Josh Green started playing light skin, and that's one thing. The Charlotte Hornets do not need another player out there playing light skin. And I just started to back away from Josh Green.
Yeah. Thunder keeps saying, I don't care about how long or how tall they are. Miller Miller is not
That was wild.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, Brandon Miller is not a 2 guard. That man is a 3. Just like Miles.
But he's you can switch, right? I mean, he's a what you call that? Well, he can switch between. Like sometimes he can play as a 2, sometimes he can play as a 3.
No, for defensive purposes, no, he can't. Which is why they keep starting Josh Green, because they know he can't.
Interchangeable. That's what I meant to say. Interchangeable.
Yeah. As Shaq and them say, everybody's not interchangeable. And that's the problem.
Now, why do you feel Miller should never play the 2? I mean, what is it about his game
to me,
he should be in that position?
It's like what I feel about Tijon. Like, obviously, Tijon and Miller, for that, for the sake of the better word, are very, very athletic. And it does depend on the team or the player that they're guarding and stuff. But Miller laterally, he kind of stiff to me in the hips. And so when you get smaller guards that are, and let's say I'm not gonna say let's say he's a big defender. Let's just put it like that. So when you get like people like Tyrese or the Whites or who else is out there, or people, Curry is lost first, but people like Curry, or you got to go to James Harden and stuff like that. He don't move quick enough for me going against guard like PG or guard. Real shifty. Like, he has the athleticism, he just don't move, which is probably another reason why he might not be playing the 3, because they might feel like, listen, if these people like Tatum around that are more or stronger than you might, and you can't move quick enough, I don't think Tatum is. They not slow, but they're quick.
I don't know. It's like Miller can't dribble that well. So,
he's not a good dribbler.
He's a good scorer. He's a good scorer, isn't he?
Yeah, but he'll turn the ball over too, though, if he try to put it on the floor too often.
Well, don't give him extra assignments.
Don't give him extra what?
I think
don't give him extra assignments. No,
like,
I think it was to be funny.
Oh, okay.
Like, I think the same thing is gonna happen with Connect too. Connect to me slow. It's molasses. He's snail slow.
Are you saying that because he's a former Laker?
No, I thought that about him before he came out in the draft. Like, he's athletic. As I said about Bruce Allen, they are athletic for white boys. Same thing for white players. They are very athletic. But comparing them to the athleticism there of a black player, it's not even close.
Oh, that's fair.
But they got connect as an added scorer, not so much of his defensive powers.
I know that, but he still got to go on the other end and defend. And in the Hornet system, even though if I'm not mistaken,
So, okay, wait, okay, hold on 1 second. Let me get this from you first. How do you grade the Hornets trade activity, trade deadline activity? What grade you give it?
I'm thinking C minus.
And explain.
Because I think you left without a center, backup or otherwise. I think Tijon, we've already griped on him being in the G League or however it goes. I think what's his name was a failed experience. Green. And then I don't know what with KJ. So I think like they just got a lot of open holes. Pause. I still feel like, and I even though you you attain a lot of draft capital and stuff like that, as far as first round picks go, I don't know. Unless it's going to get a Zion, I understand the purpose because you need it to maneuver, but I don't.
So you thinking you thinking like Stacy. Stacy feel the draft capital they have attained, which was gravy over the steak, is for Zion.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay.
Because which I'm glad they didn't do that. Even though they did bring in another wing, I'm glad that they didn't get Brandon Ingram, because he definitely wouldn't have fit, and stuff on this roster. So unless like Booker changed his mind and Booker wants to leave Phoenix, or Phoenix changes their mind, not Booker, but or Bill changes, which Bill don't help either. Please don't go trading for him.
No, we on Zion, right? We on Zion. We trying to figure out how the Hornets can get Zion because I just don't see it.
With
I don't see Zion.
They just the same.
So, but you're gonna have to have some players, not just draft for Zion.
Yes, I'm giving them Miles. I'm giving them.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, it must be Miles. I think not TJ because he's still wet behind the ears. So it has to be Miles.
Now, Dex, I agree with Flight. I would give up Tijon too because when you look at it, Tijon, he's a bigger Josh Green where you just don't know if that shot night in and night out is going to be consistent from three. He has no offensive, and his defense is raw. His rebounding is good for his size. I would give him up actually.
I know, I understand what you're saying, but do the Pelicans want that? They would probably take Miles.
No, they probably wouldn't want Miles or Tijon, so it'd be a third team. They would just be in it for the draft picks.
That's possible. But I still don't see Zion coming to the Hornets. I think Zion wants to be in the playoffs. He wants to be a part of that excitement. You know what I mean? He wants to be a part of that club. And with Charlotte, even though LaMelo's there, I don't know.
Or we can say this because for how the Hornets are playing, I will stick with my gut feeling. I think the Hornets, when it comes to the lottery, they're not gonna finish in the top 5. I think they'll finish. They can have as early as 6, but as low as like 14. I think that's where they finish. So they could be doing it too if they really like Ace Bailey, Dylan Harper. I don't think they gonna get Cooper Flag. So Ace Bailey, which I don't know why they would want Ace Bailey. If don't need him.
You need all the talent you can get.
Well, maybe they might flip that draft pick. Like you said, they were going to try to do everything they can to get Zion, but I don't think they're going to get it because Zion going to be like, man, I'm not going down there. Are you crazy?
Yeah. But when you think only place he go and win maybe is Philadelphia. Who else? Because they was trying to trade Paul George. So Philadelphia, because he probably will go out east. But if he stayed out west, Utah, which I think Charlotte is gonna be at the top of that list. I think it's gonna be Charlotte, Philadelphia, maybe
Atlanta. Don't forget Atlanta.
Yeah, thank you, Atlanta. I'm sorry, Atlanta. Who else? Atlanta, maybe Sacramento, maybe.
Zion in Sacramento with
Sabonis and they would probably trade Keegan Murray, maybe. And
and DeRozan, but
DeRozan.
I don't know. Sacramento, I don't know. I mean, Clippers got action at them.
Any other things we missing? The clip? No, let's not do that. Let me stop because they ain't even got the draft capital. I feel like I'm missing some teams.
They just bought out Ben Simmons.
No.
Where did he go?
It was two teams. I seen Cleveland and something else.
Well, they didn't buy him out if it's two teams. Only one can get him.
No, he is bought out. No, I mean, you said where he going. It's Cleveland, another team he's supposed to meet with.
Oh, so
he's already out.
So what they gonna do? So they must gonna bring him off the bench, huh?
Yeah. That's where he is in his career, and it ain't nobody but his fault.
Wow. Ben Simmons in Cleveland. How would that work? I mean, man, they're going to be so tall.
Yeah, they need the length. They need his length. Because I kept saying the only thing they was missing was a wing. And even though Simmons don't like to play as a wing, he likes to play as a guard. He got the height and length of a wing.
Shout out to Nita Q05. I'm happy for Liangelo Ball with the music career, but I would still like to see him on the NBA team. Yeah, the way Liangelo's talking, it seemed like that NBA interest is kind of waning away. He's having fun being a rapper. He could be around Nikki Baby and his kids more.
A lot of people not ready to let go of the basketball.
Yeah, I'm one of them. But he did say he still got an itch for it though. But I think he's gonna probably leave it alone. I mean, they gave him that much money just to rap, make music, do tours.
If he got another hit on his hands, man.
Embiid gonna be out of it. I mean, not Embiid. Oubre gonna be out of a job
because of Zion.
Nope. He got into Embiid. Yeah, this might be your last year on that team, buddy.
Well, Kelly Oubre getting it into somebody. Damn, that sounds like him.
With Joel Embiid.
That's what I'm saying. That's unlike Kelly Oubre. He kind of have a cool demeanor because he's such a pretty boy. You know, he brushes his eyebrows at the free throw line.
And as I told you, I don't understand that Philly has been without their best player for the majority of the season, but Maxey is not a number 2. He's not a number 1.
Then what is Maxey? You want to bring him a 6-man too?
I think that's what he is. I think people, if we agree that most players in today's league can average 15 plus, even role players, and you talking about Maxey averaged 27 on this, and this, but when the best player went down, the team plummeted it without the best player.
Most teams will. The Memphis Grizzlies are an anomaly because when Ja went down, they went on a stretch run of 16-3 last year. So you really don't get that. Well, not last year, the year before last, excuse me, when Dillon was still a part of that team.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but I think
so that's rare.
Playoffs, but no, I'm saying Maxey, I think Maxey is not like he can put up points. I'll give him that. I think he has a great impact on winning, but
you see what Maxey did to Bronny James?
Every dog has their day.
Yeah, you lit that fool up for 43 points and a win.
He don't have that impact or that gravity. I don't even like Brunson that much. He ain't even better than Brunson to me. He don't move.
Well, the team is structured around Brunson highlights and structured around Brunson flaws, right? Because he's not a great on-ball defender, but New York as a whole, as a collective, is a great defensive team. So when you structure like that, like the old school Philly, because this is what New York remind me of, the old school Philly with Allen Iverson. Mm-hmm. You follow what I'm saying? Now that they got Big Cat, so that's kind of a big thing. But prior to having Big Cat, to me, they reminded me of the old school Philadelphia 76ers with Coach Larry Brown and company as Allen Iverson as their floor leader. So that's good coaching. That's good general managing. When you have a player that's really good, somewhat unique, and then you build around their strengths to cover their flaws. When you got the New York Knicks, how they're built. But Philadelphia is built around Joel Embiid, not Maxey.
And I understand that, but for him to be the number 2 best player, just as we held Paul George's feet to the fire, because that team was built around Kawhi, his feet got to be held to the fire too. It's no different. He don't seem like second, or I might give him a third best player, but he's not like that. I'm telling you.
I watched him a few times, right? I watched him when they played the Hornets. I watched him when they played the Lakers. And I don't see anything really wrong with Maxey. I watched him previously because he was racing with Lamelo for the Rookie of the Year. You know what I'm saying? To some extent. And when Lamelo went down, Maxey started to ascend. You start to see more Maxey and hear about him and things of that nature. So I said, let me check this guy out. And I'm not mad at what Maxey's doing. Actually, I'm quite surprised.
For instance, it's like the Jordan Poole thing where people thought, Jordan Poole could lead the team. Now, although Maxey is way better than Jordan Poole, I don't think he's a leader of a team. He's not your first option. Even if you were to build, you wouldn't even build. To me, you should lose your job if you build around Tyrese Maxey.
Wow, that's a heavy statement right there.
Piece to have, but he's not a franchise player.
That's a heavy statement. You should lose your job if you build around an all-star.
Here we go with the all-star thing. Just like Darius Garland is making his second all-star. That don't mean he's a better. Well, by statistics.
Okay, but who's your other All-Star on Philadelphia? We already know that Cleveland got 3 All-Stars.
Well, he got hurt.
That's what I'm saying. So the team wasn't built around Max. It was built around Joel
I
Embiid,
understand that.
MVP. You know what I'm saying?
You should still be able. There's no excuse. First of all, I think Philadelphia is incomplete, just in general. But I'm talking about specifically, not this season, last season. That showed me a lot about like he's not. I'm trying to tell you, he's not like that.
Didn't Maxey win Most Improved Player?
I think so. I think he did.
So he's an All-Star plus Most Improved Player, and you still have reserves about him.
Yes, because he's not just like Kobe White is not a franchise player. You don't
Wait a minute, purple, baby. Do not jump off the third rail inserting Kobe White out of all people to a Tyrese Maxey.
A player like Desmond Bain either. They're a piece to a franchise player like Ja.
Desmond Bain.
Okay, some people don't want to put Cade in that category. They feel like you can build around Cade. LaMelo Ball, Trae Young, no matter how people might feel.
Why you put Kobe White though? Can't put Kobe White in that conversation. He's not on that tier.
Of what?
Of a Maxey.
They said he was coming in the year.
Well, whoever said that misread the situation and probably need eyeglasses.
Because of the
Kobe White is nowhere near a Maxey.
The points per game thing. I never thought you should build around him. I thought he's a simple man. I will keep saying that.
Ooh, Kobe White?
Yeah.
They're not finna build around no damn Kobe White. They were trying to,
like for instance,
Kobe White. They never tried to trade Maxey.
I'll say this too. It reminds me of what's going on in what's that team name? Orlando. With Suggs and them. Like, although I think Maxey is way more talented than Suggs, if you put Maxey on what's the name? Orlando, you know, to me, I think he's better than Wagner.
If you put Maxey on Orlando, it might throw a little monkey wrench because Maxey is a scorer, and so that takes away shots from Paolo as well as Franz.
I agree.
So it'll be a different dynamic. But with Joel Embiid, he needs a scorer, right? He needs somebody to
absolutely. Everybody needs somebody to help them score.
Right. So I think that's a better marriage with Joel Embiid and Maxey than it would be down in Orlando.
And I agree with you. I like, for instance, I've seen people, you know, for the trade deadline thing, talking about LaMelo to Orlando, and I was like, LaMelo currently right now would be Orlando's third best player. Because as they would use LaMelo as a scorer / shooter.
No, they would use LaMelo as a distributor.
No, they wouldn't. That's what they're using Franz for. Less turnover prone, better defender, some say, than LaMelo. France is over.
But hold on. France is sometimes. Because you still got Suggs out there. You still have Cole Anthony out there at times. You know what I'm saying? And what's that other little guard they got out there?
They got Cole Anthony, Gary Harris. We named the other guy.
Gary Harris is more of a scorer.
Oh, and they got Anthony Black.
Anthony Black.
Thunder. I agree with
That's what I'm talking about, Anthony Black. Because Harris is a scorer. He's more of a scorer. He's not trying to generate
no. He's a shooter, Dex. That man
is score. Yeah, he scored the ball. He's not trying to generate offense like Suggs, Cole Anthony, and Black.
Black shouldn't be trying to generate no offense. He can't. I guess he ain't got no business.
But if LaMelo was to go to Orlando, his role would be reduced from what he's doing in Charlotte for sure. Because
I agree. Like they need somebody to space the floor. We forgot that they got Caldwell Pope, but they need
but we're
more
going for defense. 3 Caldwell Pope.
somebody. I think the name is Nick. Said Embiid should request a trade. Kind of crazy options would the Pistons, Charlotte, Knicks.
I think he's a Piston fan because that's the second time he mentioned the Pistons.
Yeah, Clippers, Suns for KD. They would. I think they would have to build to in OKC. I don't think OKC.
But Chet just came back tonight. I don't even know what his numbers are, but he came back tonight for OKC.
Who, Chet?
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen them praising him. They were so excited.
Yeah, they're so excited to see that boy.
They so excited.
White folks is getting their way in the NBA. I think they have a lot to do with President Trump. They the fans are coming out to the NBA games now. They want to see some white folks dribble that ball.
Yep, they getting it with Franz Wagner. Who else? Luca,
Reed,
Joker. I feel like I'm missing
Reed Shepard, Dalton Connect, Austin Reeves.
Yep.
Peyton Pritchard.
We didn't finally caught up. They ain't caught up. It's just players.
Peyton Pritchard up there balling up in Boston.
Who?
Peyton Pritchard.
Oh yeah.
He put out Peyton Pritchard was on his way out the NBA. Brad Stevens said, "Nope, not on my watch."
Yeah, they caught up how they want to though. They ain't caught up
though. So,
like y'all really only got.
Then they talking. What's his name coming out in the draft this season?
Yeah, they only got 3.
He said someone mic is echoing. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't hear no echo. But yeah, they got Cooper Flag coming out the draft, so they're gonna have a pretty nice presence in the NBA, and they're gonna be playing. And they're pretty good. It's not like they Swiss cheese or mincemeat. So the NBA trying to get their ratings back. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
They got to get the people what they want. I told the Charlotte fan base to trade Melo and to get Dalton Connect and Austin Reeves so they can have a redneck backcourt. But the Lakers beat them to that.
I don't think. I keep telling you, I think Utah getting who will play. Stick to it, and hopefully Brooklyn. I feel like Brooklyn is in the top 3. They'll lean towards over 8. We'll see, but I don't think we're going to be in the top 3. Same thing with Pelicans.
Listen. Adam Silver is not a fool. Adam Silver is a businessman. He wants to operate in the black. And the one thing you bet not do is send Cooper Flag to Charlotte. Got to be a waste.
I agree with you. I don't think he could. Well, he could go to Brooklyn, but I don't like that.
I think he's going to Utah.
I said that. I keep saying that. Utah is at least the Pelicans had somebody. The Nets had several somebody. The Nets. I mean, Utah ain't had nobody. Karl Malone and John Stockton, right?
Well, I wouldn't say that. They had Spider-Man.
He was in Utah.
One time they had Darren Williams and Gordon Hayward.
I keep forgetting about them.
So Utah had some pretty good seasons, but I just think that the Mormons up there need their Joseph Smith. And the closest thing to Joseph Smith is Cooper Flag. You know what I'm saying? They're going to say that's Joseph Smith reincarnated. Exactly. You're gonna hoop with the Mormons. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna bring the Mormons back to the Salt Palace. Is it called the Salt Palace still, or did the Utah change their name?
I don't even know, Dex.
I was there. Was it last year? Yeah, I was there last year. I was right there at the building. It's a nice building right downtown, right there in downtown, up in Utah. And I was like, oh, okay. This is my first time ever um, seeing the Salt Palace or whatever that building name is. But it's a nice building down there, right downtown. And if you're not careful, you wouldn't even think it was a basketball arena.
Mm,
It
interesting.
blends right in with the buildings. Yeah.
I'm
And
excited to see where
go ahead.
Dylan Harper is gonna go. That's who I care about. Like, I could care less about Cooper Flag. See where Harper go.
So you don't care where he goes.
Who Cooper?
Yeah.
No. Mm.
But that's where I think he's headed. I mean, my best guess because they need to bring that crowd back, and they need to bring that Utah mystique back. You know,
Like it's crazy.
Utah was always looked upon as Boston of the West.
I can kind of see it. Yeah. What about yeah, I think Pelicans ooh, tis. Look what happens when
You think the Pelicans what?
I said, look what happened with that Cooper stuff. They got gifted Zion. And now I heard somebody say, no, who's gonna get Cooper? I said, you think they getting Cooper after they messed around, not just Anthony Davis, but what's the name? They didn't have 2 chances. You see, they never really had in the well, yes, they did. They were able to get Kyrie. But still,
I think the Adam Silver thought the Pelicans would be ran much better because they had David Griffin over there. He won a championship with LeBron. He's been with LeBron, so he's used to having a mega star up under his watch, and they awarded New Orleans Pelicans with that number one pick, with David Griffin being the overseer, and David Griffin just screwed that up. He sold Adam Silver on that he was basically the brain power behind LeBron coming back and winning that championship for Cleveland. He sold him on that. And now look, New Orleans became a mess. Even CJ McCullough, the president of the Players Association, couldn't even fix that.
yep. I'm like, yeah. I said they not gonna get no Cooper. Royally must. And then as far as Charlotte, I think they feel like even if people in general on the around the NBA wasn't confident about Lamelo, they a mess. They didn't give Brandon Miller, and they feel like that's enough. They probably want to be somewhere in the top 3. And I'm about that they not gonna be in the top 3. I was laughing at the fan base when they traded They had pictures with Dalton, Brandon, Lamelo, and I think Miles was in those pictures. I know it was 5 players. I was laughing. I was like,
I know for sure they wasn't getting no Brandon Miller. And if anybody on the Charlotte Hornets fan base felt they was getting Brandon Miller, I don't know what they was drinking.
No, I'm saying, you know how people do the collages, like when players come new to the team, be a trade and stuff like that. That's what I'm saying. Like Lamelo was in that photo. It was Lamelo, Cooper, Miller, and like I said, I think Miles, and I don't know who the fifth player was. And I was like, Cooper ain't coming here. Cooper ain't coming. You see, they don't like to give Toronto players. Toronto always be, when they got a lottery pick, Toronto is similar to Charlotte in a way, where they be like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and stuff like that. They is not giving Toronto no good player like that. They be giving them mid players.
Unstoppable was good.
Oh, look at the trouble. Look what the wind blew in.
Yo, what's up? How y'all feeling?
Man, I'm trying to get this water out of my ear.
Oh, you might lay on the
Did
side.
you wash your hair or something?
Yeah. And I got an allergy. I got allergies real bad too.
Yeah, y'all be talking like it's over with for Charlotte. I told y'all what it is. They got to build through the draft and develop the players. You got to be patient. Probably gonna be good. You know, they just got connect the shooter.
When you say patient, what do you mean by patient?
Patient, mean that shit. You gotta trust the process. You know, you gotta. The players gonna have to develop. Ain't nobody trying to come to Charlotte right now. Same thing like with Chicago, except for Chicago a bigger market, but still.
No, don't compare no damn Chicago to Charlotte. Stop it.
I have to. I'm gonna say how, and I just said Chicago a bigger market, but still ain't nobody trying to come to Chicago. So what Chicago got to do?
No, that's going to change. Dak is gone. They're all gone. They got money now. That's going to change.
No, man. No. What they had to do? They had to do a trade to give us some pieces to get. First of all, Zach LaVine wasn't the player he was when we got him. So, and DeMar, wasn't nobody trying to get DeMar like that, man. But still, ain't nobody trying to. No free agent trying to sign a Charlie right now. They got to build through the draft. Charlie gonna be good, man. They gonna be good. Just be patient. Be patient. That's all I'm saying. Be patient.
But that's been going on for a long time. Be patient. Be patient. Be patient. I guess they're tired of being patient.
I mean, what you expect, man? I mean, you expect these players to turn into superstars overnight? I mean, you got B Miller. I mean, the player that you didn't even want to get. You wanted Scoot Henderson over him. How that's looking? You got to be patient, bro. Be patient, bro. Let these players go. You said what?
Well, we'll see. You can't be patient. We'll see. My patience done ran out when it came to Charlotte. Charlotte should have been doing this 3 years ago.
Should have been doing what? First of all, Charlotte couldn't do nothing.
Dumping these bums.
They over. And I had to say the same thing Chicago be doing. They overpay the wrong fucking players, man. They giving the scrubs too much damn money instead of paying the right people the damn bread. So you had to trim the fat, which they did. They got rid of the bad contract. So now they just got to go. And two, Melo got to stay healthy, man. So they do that, they're going to be in a good place. And you never know. You might look up in the superstar and be like, man, I feel like they right there. And all that. And you add me there, oh, man, this thing going to be like that. You know what I'm saying?
No, but Chicago's different, though. I mean, Charlotte got a little more struggle. It's a southern town. Some parts of Charlotte still a sundown town. You got a lot of dynamics that's working with Charlotte that keep a lot of good African American athletes up out of there. You follow what I'm saying? Due to the history, Chicago don't have that. Chicago was founded by a black man. So it's a whole different dynamic, those who know, John Baptiste of Haitian origin, with some twinkle with some French, founded Chicago, and got tricked out of the land, but still he was the founder, and he the one initiated a whole lot of stuff right there on that Lakeshore Drive area back in the day when slavery was still going on. So
Hold on. Let me ask Thunder, what you mean that has more? I mean, like I said, the only difference I said between the two is one is a bigger market and the other was not. Even though Chicago has a bigger market, nobody's lining up to sign here. Nobody's lining up to sign in Charlotte.
But hold on, you're not telling the whole story. The only reason why nobody was lined up to sign there because there was no money. Now the money is available. Charlotte, the Chicago Bulls have a decent purse string, and that's going to change. I'm telling you, watch.
First of all, Chicago has the money, but guess what Chicago does? The same thing that Charlotte does. You give the wrong players a big contract. That's been Chicago. You did it with Carlos Boozer. I guess you said they did it with Zach LaVine. They did it. Matter of fact, they said Chicago don't like to spend the money.
You wouldn't be saying that if Lonzo didn't get hurt. You wouldn't be saying about Zach LaVine and DeRozan if Lonzo didn't get hurt.
Again, just hit me up. They always said Chicago don't like to play their players. I said that's not true. Chicago play the wrong players the damn money. And I said some say Zach LaVine. It don't mean I agree with it. Other one that they overpaid was Carlos Boozer ass. His bum ass got that big ass contract, and they had to amnesty him because nobody trying to get him. And then I said again that I put them kind of in the same boat, even though one is a bigger market. Clearly, nobody is lining up to sign here, fam. Nobody trying to come here. They got the damn bread, and when they got it, they ain't even trying to get the big damn players, man. And everybody looking at, look how they doing this player. Look, I believe the talk of the town was, look how they did D Rose. You know what I'm saying? Man, it's a big, what's that word I want to say? It's like and the ore is bad. You know what I'm saying? They gotta clean this shit up, man. It might be so bad that they probably gotta sell the damn team before somebody wanna come in.
Well, Ice is out there cleaning it up. That's what you mean by that?
You said what?
Ice.
Oh no, man. Not like that.
Ice got them running scared up in Chicago.
Right. But they just gotta build through the draft. Like I said, I put them in the same boat, just like Chicago. They gotta build through the draft, man. They gotta but Charlotte, I think Charlotte might be in a better place than Chicago, right? Ain't no might. I'm gonna say they are. Because they got the leader of their team. They got their talent right there, Lamelo Ball. Chicago got nobody right now. It could be Montrezl Harrell, but we got to see. But yeah, build through the draft. Be patient, man. I mean, you got no choice but to. Hey, I say like this. Don't be like Mark Trash and jump the ship. As soon as you jump the ship, the team turn around. Don't be like that.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
I'm just saying that I just don't recall the last time Chicago either traded for a player.
You breaking up? Say it again.
I said I don't recall the last time that the Chicago Bulls traded for a player and that player didn't show up.
You saying the player didn't show up?
Yeah. When the last time that happened in Chicago? Because it happened in Charlotte a couple of times.
I mean, some just say kind of damn Vucevic. I mean, he just started. Well, when they first got him, he played kind of good, but then like that second year, he just.
I'm not talking about show up on the court. I'm talking about show up to the organization to check in.
Show up to the organization. What player did that?
That's what I'm saying. In Charlotte, you had Ricky Jackson and you had Kyle Lowry. It was like, I'm not putting on no Charlotte Hornet uniform. Are you crazy? Have anybody did Chicago like that in your lifetime?
Not that I can remember, no.
Exactly. Not that I can remember either. So that's why I'm saying you can't put those two in the same boat. Now, it might be some difficulties of getting some of the players that you feel Chicago Bulls need, but when that money's available in Chicago, somebody's coming to get that money, man. Trust me.
Man, they just gonna give it to the bums. That's all. They gonna play the wrong player too much money, like they always have.
Okay, who you think in line right now for the Chicago Bulls that might get a bag that don't deserve it?
You got to say it one more time. Your throat cracking the pocket. I don't know if it's me or you. Say it one more time.
Okay, it's probably me. Who? What was that question? Was oh yeah, who you think that's in line for the Chicago Bulls that might get a bag that don't deserve it?
Josh Giddey.
You really think Chicago's going to give Josh Giddey a bag when he don't even close games?
Yeah, they got to pay him because they gonna get dragged through the mud again. Like, look, you traded for Josh Giddey and you let him walk, and you didn't get a pick, and you let him walk. They gotta sign it. I cringe when I see him play. I mean, I know I gotta be patient with him, but man, it just,
I
whoo.
don't think Josh Giddey's that bad of a player. I just think he just can't play next to Kobe White.
Right, and they talking about they about to probably trade him in the offseason and go all in on Josh Giddey, which I would because if you get a if you let me ask you this, you familiar with Dylan Harper? I think his name is.
Yeah, for Rutgers.
Yeah. So who would you rather have, him or Josh Giddey?
Well, I mean, you can't really say right now because we don't know how he's going to do in the pros. Because a lot of times, what you do in college and you play at Rutgers, so the competition is a little different. Will it translate? But that's Ron Harper's son, right?
Yeah, that's his son.
So he's going to get every benefit of the doubt if he becomes a Chicago Bull.
Absolutely. So I asked you, like, he on the board, do you take him? And if you take him, now what? Now either you gotta let Josh Giddey walk, and you clearly lost that trade now because you traded for him. You traded Alex Caruso, which is I think he was first team defense, didn't get a pick in return, and now you just let him walk. And if you don't let him walk, you gotta pay that man if he get offered a crazy contract to keep him. I mean, you know. So again, that will be another player that they probably don't overpay that don't deserve the money.
Well, but I can't blame Acme for the Josh Giddey thing because nobody knew if Lonzo was going to return to the hardwood. So they had to get some kind of assurance or some kind of insurance because in the past, what they got Dragic, they got Javon Carter. Um, who else they get that everybody thought was going to replace Lonzo?
You
Dragic,
got to say
Javon
it
Carter.
again. Your stuff is cracking. Say it again.
All right, hold on one second. Let me fix that.
Uh, yeah, Anthony.
Is that better?
They almost had him too, but that's I can go. Yeah, that's better, Dex. I can go into still about that. That's Tracy McGrady.
No, that's the difference. Tracy McGrady choosing Orlando over Chicago. That could be some things in the contract that Orlando made a better offer than
No, Dex.
Chicago, or Tracy McGrady wanted to be closer to Florida because that's where he's from.
No, Dex, no. They had the contract. Jerry's about to get. He was on his way to get to meet him so he could sign the contract. It's because of all the again. They was like, look how they did Mike. That's one of the biggest reasons why they don't get no super stuff. Because everybody like, look how you did the goat. If
But
you
I'm saying
did
he
the
went
goat,
he chose Utah over Chicago. Orlando's a nice city. Oh
you
shit, that's
breaking
the most one of the most
you breaking up,
visited
Dex.
for
Dex, you
sure.
breaking up. Dex, your body. Dex, your body.
Yeah, I can do. I think my might be over here.
See, that's that bullshit.
Much I can do.
You break. That's why you right.
Wi-Fi.
Try leaving and coming back in, Dex, if you're able to do that. Yeah, man. While we wait on Dex, yeah, shit. When Brady was going to sign with Chicago, man. But I remember the story, right? It was either Mike or Scotty. One of them told him don't sign there. You know, they gave him the spiel and he didn't sign there and he chose to sign with Orlando. You know? So yeah, that's how I feel like they either about to overpay Josh Giddey or they gonna have to let him go. And like I said, he gonna have to develop, but oh my god, that shot too is just ugly that he got. It's just oh my god.
I'm gonna ask you something. No,
What's up?
okay, is that better?
You bought a little bit, but I try to hear what you're saying because I know my background's loud too. But go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, again, that's just my perception. I think Josh Giddey give you production across the board, right? Points, assists, rebounds, nothing mind blowing, but very much productive. And you're not just paying for scoring. You're not just paying for assists. You're not just paying for rebounds. You're paying for all three. So how much you think Josh Giddey is worth?
I don't know, man. I gotta see what he trying to get. Uh, I don't know, man. I gotta see the market. I hope he ain't trying to ask for no max. I don't think he a max player, you know. But I say,
The rumor was he was asking for 30 million. I don't think he's going to get nowhere near that.
yeah, I don't think he worth 30 million. Nah. I take my chance with the free agency and see what the see. I take my chance to see what that pick, what that pick we gonna have. 'Cause I rather
Right, you got that option. Yeah, you got that option, and you got the option to see what his real worth is because the Bulls can match any offer. So you
yeah
let him
that's
explore free agency, and then you match the offer, and that's how you get the real value of Josh Giddey production on the court. Because you don't just go out and just say, okay, we're going to negotiate with you without you testing the market. No, let's see what the market. Let the market create your value, and we'll see if we want to match it or not.
yeah I like I said I gonna let him develop, but I just be looking at him and be like, oh my god, you know what I'm saying? You know, I don't know. We'll see. But like I said, when it comes to Chicago, they just got to develop these players, man. Hopefully, they make the right decision and just do this rebuild. As our tourist, our tourist said, he don't like the word rebuild or retool. It's a transition. So whatever that is, hopefully get it right. Cause man, I guess the brightest uh thing about Chicago is Montrezl Ellis. Hoping he gets better and better and better. But I don't know, man. I have no idea. That you still here?
Yeah. See, another thing is that I noticed that in the Bulls arena, Sea Red Nation, a lot of them not feeling Josh Giddey. And I don't know if that has to do with anything on the court or it has to do with something off the court. But I can tell the energy they have towards Josh Giddey, they're not feeling them, even though the Bulls organization is trying to push him. So,
I would think because he ain't
yeah.
excited. This place that kind of boring to me, but you know,
But I see him out there hustling. I see him out there trying to, keep up. especially when Lonzo out there on the court. Josh Giddey trying to play his heart out.
Sure, he got to. That's the threat. He got to. Shoot. Like, man, shit, why? Hey, why should we pay you what you asking for? We can pay this man right here. He do the job better than you, and he play defense. You know, he shoot
Yeah,
better, he pass better, can see the flow better, play defense better.
Yeah, I know Lonzo be trying to console Josh Giddey, letting him know, hey man, everything is okay, everything is okay. But Josh Giddey's not buying that because every time they out there on the court together, Josh Giddey go to the opposite side of the court. They don't work as a tandem as well as they should with their IQs.
I
And I
think
think that's by design from Josh Giddey more than Lonzo.
no, well, what I see when Lonzo and Josh Giddey on the floor, Lonzo don't mind coming off the ball, let Josh Giddey run the floor. He's like, go ahead, do you. But but when he needs to step in, he step in. You know?
Yeah, but no, what I'm saying is that Josh Giddey, not Lonzo. This has nothing to do with Lonzo. Everything to do with Josh Giddey. When he runs the offense, Lonzo a lot of times go to the weak side of the court, and Josh Giddey goes to the strong side of the court. And knowing the players that's out there with him, once Josh Giddey get off that ball, he's not going to see it again. But if he goes to the weak side of the court and let Lonzo operate from that side, so you have two imminent attacking position, Josh don't do it for some reason. But when Lonzo's not on the court, he does it with Kobe White. He does it with Ayo DeSumo. So to me, from what I observed, is that Josh Giddey tries to try more harder when Lonzo's on the court that he can get the job done. He can operate the offense than when Ayo DeSumo or Kobe White is out there with him manning the floor. And I think Lonzo's okay with it. He ain't tripping because he never spoke on it.
He see him as a threat, then he like that. He don't see them others as a threat. That's probably why.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think that's exactly what it is. That's a good call, Southpaw. I think he see him as a threat to his money. You know what I'm saying? So whoever's in Josh Giddey ear, it's like, look, make sure your numbers is better than Zoe. And that's the main thing you need to do. Don't worry about Ayo DeSumo. Don't worry about Kobe White. You know what I'm saying? Those are the guys you get your assists with. But make sure your numbers are better than Zoe. Because if your numbers not better than Zoe, that's going to cost you at least $10 to $12 million when it comes to negotiation time. I think his people is in his ear on that. Because Josh Giddey is a smart player. He's a high processor, and he knows that you're supposed to attack the weak side, not the strong side. That's backwards. You swing the ball over, you go over to the strong side to make the defense shift, and then you swing it back over, whether it's Vooch at the top of the key or Phillips, or was it Phillips or Smith? Excuse me, Smith at the top of the key, and then you whip it over to the weak side, and most likely Smith will cut, and you have either a lob or a pass dunk, or Lonzo hit the three. But Josh Giddey don't operate that. He only operates that when Lonzo's not on the floor. So that's why I say he knows what's happening.
Yeah, they're gonna have to figure it out.
That's why I say that. Well, it's on, like I said, it's on Josh Giddey because he's thinking that as long as my numbers are better than Lonzo when it comes time to negotiate for my new deal, then I feel a little more at ease. So Lonzo was already signed. See, the Bulls was very strategic in that. They signed Lonzo first, right? But they signed Lonzo for only $20 million for 2 years. 9 the first, 11 second with the team option. So that's not a threat. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was talking a little shit. I just wanted to say, yeah, I like to point out that I said Zoe wasn't going nowhere. He was staying.
Yeah,
He
yeah, you
was.
said that, but we basically said that. I said that as well. I said that when we first came back that a lot of Chicago, not all but most Chicago Bulls content creators were pushing Zoe over the edge. They didn't want him. They was angry at him because they felt Zoe injury cost the Bulls a serious opportunity to contend in the Eastern Conference, and they held that against them. So I hear a lot of content creators when it's come to Zoe, they was always trying to find a way to get him out of there. Oh, they're going to trade Zoe. Oh, they're going to just waive him. The Bulls should just swallow his con. A lot of real dumb, stupid shit, right? First they called Bulls cheap, but when it came to Lonzo and his contract, oh, you just swallow that. Just don't worry about it. But you're still paying people like Fred Hoiberg, and you're still paying other
Jim
people that's
Boyle.
under contract. Yeah, there you go, Jim Boyle, under contract and stuff like that. So why do you think they're going to swallow $20 million a year? Swallow it. So to me, it just because I deal with money. So sometimes people say stuff, and I'll be like, do these people ever got a savings account? Do they have investments? What are they talking about? You understand what I'm saying? It's hard to drop a stock. Say for instance, if I invest in a stock that's from Australia, right? And when I buy it, it's at minimum cost. Then all of a sudden, $17 a stock. And all of a sudden, this stock rises up to be $230 a stock. So that's $183 per stock I'm of. And then all of a sudden, it just kind of go down. I didn't sell it, but it's going down. So I'm just waiting for it to go back up. And I hold on to it. And then somebody said, man, why don't you just sell that stock? I'm like, dude, did you see how high this stock rose? It's gonna come back. Wait for the next season. And it don't come back. My point is, so when you see something blossom so soon, so fast, you think it's gonna reoccur. You think it's gonna happen again. And you don't want to do anything to jinx it. So you leave it alone and let it do what it do. And it might come back. It might not come back. But in that stock, it never came back up to 200 per stock. So I had an opportunity to off that stock and net a 183% profit off that stock. But I wanted to get higher, and it never will get higher. And that's probably what happened with Acme. They seen something rise so fast. It was like, oh shit, we got something here. Lonzo go down, and it never recovered. It never bounced back. But they wait to see if they can implement something here or there that they might can rekindle that kind of chemistry. And then they realize, oh shit, Lonzo was a straw that stirred the drink. And then realizing that, they were like, okay, let's hold on to Lonzo get back. Because maybe they thought it wasn't as serious as it was. And then time goes on. C-Red Nation get a little impatient because they see the team winning percentage dwindle right before their eyes. They can't get out of the play-in. They can't get out of the first round playoffs. And so now they get a little angry because they're not around to celebrate in the latter portions of the extended season. And so they take it out on Zoe. So a lot of the harsh critique, instead of going to some of the players, it go to Zoe. They some criticize DeMar DeRozan a little bit. Some criticize Zach for being a diva, but Billy Donovan to some degree. But really, They do the same Lonzo for coming in, taking the money, and getting hurt, and feeling that Lonzo Ball fleeced the Chicago Bulls organization. And once again, we have to see this team fall from grace. And that's what probably they psyche was dealing with. And instead of them really digging down to really get to the crust of the matter, they just let it. And so every year Zoe didn't show up. It was more vitriol spewed his way, unjustifiably, because he didn't hurt himself. His knee just gave out, and then it was a botched surgery. So, go there. Initially, it was a botched surgery, misdiagnosed, and it got worse and worse. Nobody took the blame. No finger pointing. Let's see if we can get this fixed. So instead of fixing it on your dime, not your dime, on your time, I'm going to take an alternative route and do it on mine. And that didn't work. The alternative route didn't work. So now we're back into the hands of the medical doctors of the Bulls. And it was like, this must be done. This got to be done. And it's like, okay, let's do it. Because my way didn't work. Let's do it your way. And we'll see how this end out. And this is the results. So some of the Bulls content creators who were disdained at Lonzo's absence in his return, they was hesitant to give him credit. And now that you hear the Stacey Kings, the Kendall Gills, the Casey Johnsons, the Will Purdue's, what's that other Gill guy name? I forgot his name, but it's another Gill. They do Bulls content. Not Kendall Gill. I already said Kendall Gill.
Oh, okay.
Now the other Gills, two Gills, Kendall Gill, and then it's another Gill. I can't think of his first name, but it's another Gill. But anyway, these guys have been championed, like the Casey Jones, Kendall Gill, Stacey King, and the other Gill guy, and Will Purdue, have always championed Lonzo Ball. If Lonzo Ball was the key to stir the drink, let's wait and see, because he's already under contract. Let's see if we can rekindle this magic. But a lot of people outside of that, those content creators, were very upset at Lonzo and really was charging him for misconduct, fleecing the Bulls, when it wasn't his fault. They just had to blame somebody, so they blamed him because he was absent and he couldn't fight back, right? Because he was too busy rehabbing and responding to the critics. So when Lonzo get back, he started playing good. Now everybody start clapping and welcoming him back. So these content creators, instead of being in a void, they hopped on the bandwagon. Yeah, Lonzo. We got Lonzo back. But really in their heart, they're not feeling Lonzo. They feeling the Patrick Williams, the Kobe Whites, the Ayo DeSumos. They're not feeling Giddey. They love Caruso. They don't want no Giddey. They want Caruso. Because he's a reflection of the hardcore city that Chicago is. You think it's a mistake they call Chicago nickname Chirac, referring to Iraq, when the shock and all was going on with Iraq to dispose of Saddam Hussein and his regime? All the artillery, bullets flying and bodies laying out in the middle of the street, they related Chicago to Iraq. And so they related the name Chirac. It's a war zone. And Caruso, Lonzo, healthy, represented that kind of image on the hardwood. Zach LaVine didn't. DeMar did, but Zach LaVine didn't. Zach LaVine was prissy, but he was good. Zach LaVine was prissy, but he was uber athletic. Zach LaVine was prissy, but damn, he could make the tough shots look easy. So his prissiness was more acceptable. the way he acted light skinned was more acceptable because he was just phenomenal athlete, and a lot of people was comparing him to the top shooting guards of his era. So when all that's go down, you get these non really Chicago guys. You know what I'm saying? They might be Chicago fans, but they ain't Chicago guys. Speaking the way they speak, but when you go into the city, they don't speak the same with the content creators speak. Because they know what it's like being in a hard, cold city. And they know what it's like when they see players playing for Chicago, playing hard and playing like the everyday working man that punches the clock 9 to 5 to make sure he get his paycheck at the end of the week. And once Chicago gets back to that, Chicago is going to be on board again. And now they got the money to get back to that. I think it's going to be a welcome destination coming this offseason. Because one thing about Adam Silver, he don't let these big markets sink. It's inevitable for him to fix the big market and talk to these governors in these big markets to make sure they don't have a sinking ship, but a floating battleship. You feel me, Unstoppable?
Absolutely. Blessing with a pick. I feel you. We'll see, man. Because man, Chicago, they the laughing stock of the NBA right now, man. So hopefully he do something to
Don't do
get
that.
that time
Don't do
around.
that. Don't do that,
They
Unstoppable.
is, they is, man.
Unstoppable, don't do that.
Yeah, and they are.
You taking this personal.
Dex, you want me to lie to you? Or you want me to be honest with you?
You be the laughing stock. You know I don't agree with that.
You said
How
what?
can you be the laughing at number 10 play in?
I'm gonna tell you how. I'm talking about like
now
you asked me how, right? You asked me, let me tell you.
Go ahead, go for it. Go for it. Yeah,
Okay.
go for it.
So they got rid of Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Alex Caruso, right? Who did they get in return for all three of those players?
Yes.
Who did they get in return for all three of those players?
I know they got draft capital and they got Jimmy.
You break it up. They got draft capital. They got what?
And some trinkets.
Right. Right. So they got some. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm gonna mute my mic. Go ahead. Tell the people what they got.
They got draft capital, Josh Giddey, and some trinkets.
Right.
Hopefully they can. Yeah. Hopefully they can fan those trinkets and trick somebody. Now, listen, you got to be a slickster now. You just can't be, hey,
oh my God.
you got to be Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Chicago got a bunch of tricksters. If you ain't careful, they'll take the coat off your back.
Oh my God. Okay, Dex, we're gonna do it like this. The Alex Caruso trade. Did Chicago win? You know what? Fuck it. Did they get fleeced that trade? Yes or no?
Well, it depends on the.
You breaking up? What you say?
Alex Caruso is an older player. Alex Caruso is an older player, so it depends on the. That's what I'm saying. If you're going in a certain direction, if you're going into a certain youth direction, you didn't get fleeced because you're getting younger.
Okay, so let me ask you this. So when you do that, would you say it don't have to be a first round pick? Would you say second? When you know it's time to rebuild, when it's time to tear down, rebuild, you either get some young, you usually get back. Excuse me, you should be getting back young players, right, and some draft capital, right?
But when you get young players like Giddey, you ain't finna get much draft capital because he's a young player.
Okay, hold on.
And if you put Giddey in the draft, and if you put Giddey in that draft, he's going to be a lottery pick.
Dex, you getting Alex Caruso, first team all defense. You getting hope when you get Josh Giddey. So you gotta send me at least a second round pick.
But that first team all defense got you where?
Shit, they killing right now. What you talking about?
No, I'm not talking the team that he's on. I'm saying the individual. When he was on your team and he got first team defense, where did he get the Chicago Bulls?
Oh, they ain't get him nowhere, but we know why. But still,
Okay then.
you know,
Okay then. Right now, hold on. We'll chop it up. Right, the Chicago Bulls is in the same place they was in when Alex Caruso was there. But you got younger. Right now, the Chicago Bulls in the same place as when Zach LaVine was there. But you got younger. DeMar DeRozan was there, but you got younger. So you're still in the same place, not plus, not minus, but even kill. More, you got off a lot of bad contracts. You got money, and you got youth. What more can you ask? And you haven't lost a step.
Okay, we're gonna go in there. Okay, let me say this about Josh. For one, OKC got a rack of damn picks. They could at least got a second round pick from that. But hey, hold on. Can you hear me? Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. So OKC got a rack of picks. They could at least got a second round damn pick. But let's move on from that. When it comes to Zach LaVine, they got fleeced point blank. And they gave up a pick when they should have got a pick. You know what I'm saying? If you going to
that was a salary dump. We all know that was a salary dump.
Yeah, but you know what made me even mad?
They wanted their money back.
I knew that was a salary dump, but at the same time, they still got they got bamboozled because if you heard the way I don't know if he's the GM or not, but whatever, the press conference of the Kings, the way they describe Zach LaVine is like, man, these folks this straight up rob they ass. They wanted Zach, and I'm willing to bet if Chicago would have asked for at least a second round pick or something, they probably would have got it because they wanted Zach. They wanted him, but they got some bullshit back with him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, except for
the thing about it is this with Zach.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
The thing with Zach was this. Zach went where the money was at. Just like Fox. Fox knew there was going to be money in San Antonio because there's nobody in San Antonio getting paid. Most of those guys still on subpar contracts. So it's a lot of money left in SAC. So Fox want that money. He knew that he couldn't get it in SAC. Zach knew that he can't get no more in Chicago. So he wanted to get the money that was remaining that is going to be remaining from Fox. Get that money. DeMar DeRozan is going to be somewhat mid-level in a minute. But Zach knew it was money for his contract. So that's where he went. He didn't go to SAC because he loved SAC. You know, Zach wanted to be a Laker. But once Lakers got Luka Doncic, shit, motherfuckers was scrambling to where the money was at. You follow me? Because who wouldn't want LA money? I got LA money. I can live in and it's all gravy, right? Who wouldn't want that? So Luka got that. They gave that to Luka. That was a big prize to get the LA money. Kawhi finally break down because Kawhi is on his last leg. Who's going to get that money? Who's going to run to get that money? Kevin Durant? So I'm not mad at what the Bulls did because they still ran the course with Zach LaVine. So therefore, they're not going to pay him $1 and gave Zach LaVine a little too much because he did not move the needle.
I'm not too mad at well, I am kind of mad, but I got a reason to be mad because again, like I say, it was obviously a salary dump, but it's like I'm not giving motherfucker pick for no damn Zach LaVine. I know what you did first of all, but hey, I guess we got to move on from that. For two, it's like
because you gotta get that contract off the
hey,
books. So yeah, take that pick. That pick is down the line.
I know that, but then again, okay, I'm like they sending mixed signals, but then again, I'm gonna kind of get them some leeway and say maybe it's intentionally mixed signals because they don't want the league, I guess, to look at them and try to penalize them for, or I guess you want to say tanking because, like I said, he's sending mixed signals. It's like, well, uh, you make this trade. Obviously, to start the rebuild, which means start losing games to get a chance to get a pick. But then you turn around talking about making the playoffs. So if you're trying to make the playoffs, why the fuck you trade Zach LaVine? That don't even make no sense. So it's like,
Yeah,
man,
it's a possibility. It's a possibility they could still make the playoffs with what they got left. I'm telling you, because that bottom portion of the East, it's just up for grabs.
something,
Atlanta, Philly,
but it's like,
Toronto, Bulls.
but it's like if you trying to rebuild it because this team is mediocre. Right? Like it's been mediocre for a long time. So I understand by making the playoffs. I guess you can, young players can get some experience in the playoff or whatnot, or play.
Exactly.
But but
Exactly.
but that's where the bullshit coming. It's like, man, like you still gonna end up in the damn at the bottom. What's the fucking point? Just miss the
Yeah.
playoffs for the first 2 years.
The Bulls were never in contention outside of Lonzo injury. They have never been in contention. They have just been a survival team. And so, being a survival team, you got to get rid of the contracts that's going to eat you alive, like DeRozan, Caruso, and Zach LaVine. Eventually,
They
those
lost
contracts
every
are going to
damn
eat you
trade.
alive.
They lost every trade when you got them off the books. Lost
You know what I'm saying?
every trade, man.
I think I
Hey,
think I
you hear
think the
me?
Bulls. I think the
You
Bulls
hear
did
me?
the right thing. Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, but I don't think you hear me. Every time my phone locked up, you can't hear me. So I'm saying something to you. They did the
Uh
right
huh.
thing. And then again, they did the wrong thing because you're supposed to get some picks back. If you really gonna be, you know what I'm saying? You ain't supposed to be giving up your picks if you trying to rebuild. You know what I'm saying?
Uh huh.
What are you doing? You
Well,
giving out
I can
picks
say
when you should
this.
be getting picks.
I can say this. They what they did was protected all their picks, right? Remember, with those other cats on the team, those picks was unprotected. Now they got them all their picks protected.
But
So that's a plus.
that still can backfire because okay, you got your 2025 pick back from Spurs, but if you make the playoffs, that pick ain't gonna be high. You know what I'm saying? And some can say like motherfucker, you had a 95% chance to get that pick back anyway. So what was the point of even trading for it back? I mean, but again, you still got to guarantee that you guarantee got your pick back. You
Right,
guarantee wins.
exactly, right.
Why are you trying to fight for a playoff spot?
But
Just
listen, if the Bulls get into the play-in, right?
no. I hear you. Go ahead.
One,
Go ahead.
maybe two. If they win one or maybe two and get into the first round, you know they're going to get wiped, right? The Bulls going to get wiped in whatever playoff
Absolutely
series
gonna get
they
mollywopped.
play up
Cherry
against.
stomp. You know what I'm saying?
But the experience, listen though, you can't take away that experience. And if Montes get an opportunity to play in a sweep of a playoff series in the first round, he done tasted blood. Them shark teeth done tasted blood. And you don't know what that might spring up out of him for the future.
Man, I'm good on that day. So it's like you got to do a smart
Same with
thing.
Io.
Every
I think
team.
same thing with Io.
Check this out, Dave. Every team that won a championship had a generational talent on that. Would you say?
Yes.
Okay, so is
Ex-
there a
except
generational talent
except the
in this
Detroit
team?
Pistons. Except the
Exactly.
Detroit Pistons 2004
Right.
or something like that.
Right. So if you got a high percent chance, well, I wouldn't say it ain't high, but 176ers pass us we right there to have a shot at getting a top pick. That
Now
would
look
you
what you
say?
just said.
Huh?
Look what you just said. Once the 76ers pass you,
76 is gonna pass them, dog. Dex, let's be
how
real.
do you know?
Like,
How you
huh?
know? How do you know?
Because Chicago not better than the 76ers. That's how I know.
With or without Joel Embiid? That's my question.
They even better without Joe Embiid. That's how terrible this team is. Come on now, Dex.
Oh, I thought they beat the 76ers without the Joel Embiid.
You said what?
I thought they beat the 76ers without Joel Embiid.
You talking about this season?
Yeah.
Uh, I don't remember, to be honest with you. I think yeah, I think they did. No, they beat him with him. But come on now, like the rain is
Oh,
gonna
Joel
shine
Embiid
like
was
that.
on the court?
Yeah, I think they beat him when he was on the court.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I
Okay.
mean, the homie did that though. I don't know. I can't check on my phone right now. But still, like, come on, Dex. If you was, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
If you was placing a bet, if Chicago gonna walk out or 76 gonna have the best record, like, come on, now 9 out of 10, you might put your money on that 76ers, right?
Yep. If
Right.
they're healthy,
Okay. So,
both teams are healthy, I'm putting it on 76ers.
right. Okay. So come on now, they better.
But it's
So
not about beating the 76ers in a 7-game series. It's about experience.
I'm good, Dex. I'm looking
You
at
know
the
what I'm
bigger
saying?
picture.
Anybody they play, right? Because I don't think they're going to play the 76ers in the playoffs anyway. But if they was to get into the 10th seed or the 8th seed, um, and if they win in advance, I believe it's the experience for the Chicago Bulls. Just get it'll be a
Because
difference from it'll be different
they
from
go ahead. I'm sorry.
yo.
Go ahead.
I said it'll be different from when they played the Milwaukee Bucks. It'll be different because this team is just out there just playing. No agendas attached. So I think it'll be wonderful to have Ayo DeSumo and Matisse Buzelis, Josh Giddey, Kobe White to some extent, Lonzo Ball with the veteran at the helm inside the paint,
Quick change, Dex.
Vucevic. And then you got Phillips, you got Smith, you got Williams, Patrick Williams. You got Daniel Terry. So you got a little hungry.
Middle of the pack.
No, listen. You're not understanding what I'm saying. See that we on different ways because you want them to be champions. I'm saying I want them to get the experience.
Okay, Dex. Look, two things. One, let me tell you this. They lost the 76ers twice. They lost to them in December and they lost to them in January. So,
Okay.
and my second thing is, man, what is? I mean, I understand what you're saying, but like, dog, that's I don't got nothing much of nothing else.
No, you're not
Yeah.
expecting nothing this season, right? Like you said, if they make the playoffs, it's the experience.
If you make the playoffs, you just fucked your chance up for getting a generational talent like a Cooper Flag, like an Ace Bailey, maybe
No,
like
because no, listen. You getting in at the bottom. You're not getting in at the mid-level or the top. So your record is going to be so-so. So you still going to be eligible for that damn that lottery. You still going to have a percentage of getting that lottery.
I thought you said them making the playoffs. I'm like, why would you want to do that?
Because you coming in from the bottom though. You're not coming in from the top. You coming in from the 10, 9, 8 seed.
I thought how the playoffs work. If you make it through the play-in, then you make it to the playoffs, you fucking up your chance of getting your pick.
No, because your record is already your record going into the play-in tournament.
I had the thing wrong then. Okay, so that's what I'm like. Yo, that's kind of stupid.
Yeah,
Like
if you go into the play-in tournament, 30 and 52, that's your record. And then your percentages decrease because you got teams below you, but you still have percentage of getting that golden ticket. That's all I'm saying. and the experience. So you get both. You get a bottom tier invite. You still got action at the white balls, and you get experience.
Oh well, yeah. In that case, I agree with you. I mean, I agree on that part. I had the understanding of it wrong. I thought if you come in as a volunteer to play in that and you make it into the playoffs, that you just mess your chances up on the lottery ball. That's why I'm like, that's stupid as hell. Why would I want to do that?
Yeah, I wouldn't blame you if it was like that, but yeah, it just goes by your
Oh, you leaving Detroit, man? Hold on. Oh man, you about to leave, man?
I think Unstoppable lost his connection.
No. I was hollering at somebody. Somebody they about to transfer. No. I feel you on that. I get it. But I want to say this. I say some rap guy. I say I don't know what's going on with the 76ers. Uh, I still think they're gonna be a scary team to face in the playoffs, especially if Embiid going there healthy. You know what I'm saying? Uh, yeah, they ain't nothing to play with, man. Don't let the people don't let the people fool you. You know. And also, I wanted to say this to Anthony too, because I forgot to tell you that yeah, you right about that with Melo, but the thing that stopped that for Melo was somebody over here told him don't don't sign with Chicago. That's what I'm saying. They got a lot of shit they gotta fix over here before they get anybody. Even when it comes to Giannis. And it's talk that Giannis might come here if they don't fix shit over there at the Bucks. They gotta fix the crib, man. Like I said, they the laughing stock right now, man. They got a lot of shit they
So
gotta
you
fix
said
over there.
Giannis?
You
You
said
said
what?
Giannis was considering the Bulls?
No. What I said was what I said was Carmelo Anthony was supposed to sign here, but
Oh yeah, you going back? You going back in dream history?
no. I was telling Anthony, because I wanted to respond to what he said, but I never did.
I
But
know. I
somebody
saw
at
it.
the
I saw it. That's what I'm
yeah
saying.
somebody at the crib told
That's
him
dream history, though. That's damn near 10 years ago.
don't come here. And then I followed up with Giannis. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but this gonna get him another reason why they might fuck around and say the reason why they ain't trying to tank, they trying to compete is um I don't know if you remember a while ago, Giannis said that you never know that he may play for Chicago. And DeMarcus Cousins said one thing he know about Giannis that it's some truth into his humor. And he might actually come to Chicago. So I don't know. I just think they need to clean up the bullshit over there because they are the laughing stock right now, man. And I think they need to take the formula from teams like OKC, Houston, Pistons, the Magic, the teams that wasn't afraid to, when the writing's on the wall, tear the shit down and build. You know?
But the thing about OKC, a lot of people say use that blueprint, right? And they try to script that blueprint and follow the gyroscope to success.
Uh-huh.
But OKC, if we remember now, if we don't suffer from revisionist history, OKC had always been a good team. They only had really 1 year where they were just dismal, right? And that was when everybody left and Shea was there by himself. But then 1 year, 2 year, they started to climb back because they got back to the play-in tournament. Remember that? They got back to the play-in tournament. And after that, they then got better again. But throughout that time that they were trading players and acquiring draft assets, while those commodities were cooking in the oven, OKC was still a playoff team. So, and they had players in which they was able to flip because teams wanted those players so badly. A lot of teams overcompensated, i.e., Paul George, Russell Westbrook, and they was able to stockpile these drafts. And Sam Presti had like 14 first round draft picks. So the Bulls haven't had the caliber of players to come through their corridor like OKC. So people forget about that. And OKC did this with Carmelo Anthony walking. They did this with Kevin Durant walking. That's what makes it so remarkable because they got nothing for Kevin Durant. So a lot of teams do not have the privilege of following that blueprint is because a lot of teams didn't have the players to flip in order to use that blueprint. So you got to keep that in perspective as well. Because like I said, it's easier said than done. But you can't make banana pudding without the vanilla wafers. It just wouldn't be right. Everybody be looking like, where's the cookies? You can't make banana pudding without the bananas. It wouldn't be right. People are like, where's the bananas? So you're going to have the full gamut of ingredients in order to follow Sam Presti down the yellow brick road. And I hear people in the Charlotte Hornets space talk about using Sam Presti's blueprint as well. You can acquire draft picks, and you can allow that commodity to simmer for years to come, depending on how far out those draft picks are. But in the meantime and in between time, you're going to have players that you can flip in order to maintain a quality and a culture. So when you do bring these young players in, they fall right in line.
Hey, Dex, you know what I'm curious to see? I want to see how Sam Presti can build a team from a big market. Because he be doing his thing.
And that's another thing. Yeah, you got that right. That's another thing, the small market. You're right.
I want to see what he can do for a big market team.
That's a good observation right there, Unstoppable. Because OKC is definitely in a small market.
That's it. But he be putting them things together. Straight up.
And maybe that's why he's still there. I mean, look at Bob Myers and what he did at Golden State, right?
Yeah.
Look how he turned that franchise around. Now Bob Myers is in football.
So now he what?
He's in football now. He's not doing basketball anymore. He's in football front office, the NFL. I think the Commanders. Yeah, the big markets are very impatient. That's why we were saying that Sam Presti is in a perfect space because down there on that red clay, Tornado Alley, there's a whole lot of other stuff goes on. So they can be patient with the basketball team. But at the same time, the Oklahoma City Thunder have always had some real decent teams. They fall off wasn't years, you know what I'm saying? It might have felt like years because of the Kevin Durant's and the Russell Westbrooks and what was that other guy? That was the Adams. What's that other guy just have issue with LeBron James? That was at OKC.
Cancer.
Huh? What's his name?
The center, Cancer. He out the league.
Yeah. Cancer. You know what I'm saying? So they have some pretty good players down there in OKC. And don't talk about Reggie Jackson. So they have players they can flip. See, a lot of these teams don't have the players to flip like that because the players that's on the teams is the reason why they're having bad seasons. They're just not that good. And there's not a lot of fishing out there for these players. So therefore, like teams like Charlotte Hornet can't bait anybody with that shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Look at the circular logic with Jeff Peterson, with Dalton Connect. I mean, that's circular logic. All right. Here you go at number 6. Dalton Connect is available. You use a Frenchman, a baby. Dalton Connect is a mature senior coming out of the SEC and first team All-American in American collegiate basketball. And you choose a baby project at number 6. How unscrupulous is that? That is super unscrupulous. Then you do a full circle and trade for Dalton Connect when you could have had him already inside your organization. If he wasn't your guy in June, how in the hell is Dalton Connect your guy in February? Will somebody please make sense out of that?
I'm glad you brought that up because I wanted to get your thoughts on that. But you don't think that was a smart trade by Charlotte? Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
I said you don't think that was a smart trade by Charlotte?
No, it's okay. I've been trying to talk to Charlotte fans of getting Dalton Connect over there. But I wanted Dalton Connect to come as a combination.
You wanted to come as a
combination?
What you mean?
With Austin Reeves. I wanted Austin Reeves and Dalton Connect to go to Charlotte and be a redneck backcourt.
Well, you talking about the trade deadline? You wanted to trade for Austin Reeves and Dalton?
Hell yeah. Yep.
Who they have? They probably had to give up like Miles Bridges or something like that.
Nah, hell no. We don't want no Miles Bridges. We wanted Lamelo Ball.
You wanted Lamelo Ball? Oh,
yeah, we giving up.
Lamelo Ball.
I'm talking about before Luka.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, before Luka. We're gonna give up Dalton Connect. We're gonna give up Austin Reeves and whatever first round picks we had available. First round, second round picks available all the way out to 2029 for the Lamelo Ball. And they threw Rotten Tomatoes at me.
I mean, like I said, man, if I'm the GM it's solid, I'm not giving up Melo. I know what I got.
Yeah, but anyway, nobody felt that was a good ordeal, so they looked at me crazy. But nevertheless, they still got Dalton Connect. And now Austin Reeves is playing out of his mind. He could have been an all-star this season. But the guards in the West are just a little too tough, man. Any other year, he probably would have been an all-star, Austin Reeves. So we got Luka. Don't need no Lamelo.
Who was we?
The Lakers.
Oh, okay. I thought I was at Paris.
Yeah, I'm talking about the Lakers. We got Luka, man. Are you kidding me?
Man,
Lamelo about to go to the Clippers.
We know what that was about.
Yeah, Lamelo gonna have to go to the Clippers. So we thank Adam Silver for brokering that deal.
That was it. That was straight BS, man. We know what's going on. They
The
should go
NBA
ahead and let
needs
them
viewership.
Lakers go ahead and drown, man. Let them drown.
They wasn't going to drown. That's one thing they wasn't going to do. They wasn't going to drown.
Yeah.
The only reason why the Lakers had a couple of bad seasons back in the day is because Kobe got hurt. He was just over the hill. It wasn't the same Kobe. But if Kobe would have never got hurt, we probably had a nice transition out of that era into the new era and probably never missed a beat. Zion will go to the Knicks in 2 years. I don't know where Zion's going to go, but it seems like Zion, like a lot of ass shaking. And the only ass shaking you're going to get is in Tampa, Florida. And they don't have a team. Or Atlanta, Georgia.
Hey, you think Zion gonna get traded draft night?
He's going to force his way out. He got to force his way out, just like Bi. He don't want to be in New Orleans. Zion is trying to get where the big booties at. You know what I'm saying? He mad that the Pelicans didn't trade him for Luka.
Right.
Up in D-Town. Because you know they got it going on in D-Town. They not playing up there with them Instagram models. But he really wants to be in Atlanta. It's a whole new dynamic and experience for him. I'm quite sure that he's somewhat familiar because he's from South Carolina. It's only a few hundred miles away from Atlanta, traveling up to I-85. And or the 26 to the 20, that 26 corridor to the 20. But yeah, he wants to be in Atlanta, it looks like. He wants to be where the booty shaking is. He wants to be where there's a lot of black millionaires and everybody's chilling. You know, he wants to be in that type of environment. Because it's still country, you know. Atlanta's still country. Even though it's a big city in Georgia, but it's still country though. When you go through Atlanta and Decatur and Colley Park and all that shit over there, that shit is in the woods. Unstoppable.
What's up?
Those are wooded communities.
What are you talking about, Atlanta?
Atlanta.
Yeah, that's what I said, Atlanta.
The only thing that's not wooded in Atlanta is downtown. When you go to downtown, I mean, that's different. That's City 5. But the surrounding areas, Stone, Samaya, and Stone Mountain and all that stuff, that shit is wooded as hell. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if he want to be in Atlanta though.
You want to be around them big booties, man. See, in LA, you got a liquor store in every corner, right? That's how LA is. LA, the Valley, you got a liquor store in every corner. Convenience store with liquor in it. That's our liquor store. A convenience store with liquor in it. I'm talking about hardcore liquor. On every corner, just like a church. In Atlanta, you got a strip club damn near on every corner. And for some reason, every strip club be popping. You go from this one to this one, and the girls you see at the $25 lap dance, you see them same girls throughout the week at strip clubs with $5 lap dance. You be like, wait a minute, I just saw you at Onyx and you charged me $35 for lap dance. Now you at Pleasure P and you only charge me $5. Because there was over the weekend, it's top dollar in Atlanta. But during the week, you know, Atlanta's a working city. Motherfuckers go to work in Atlanta.
Dex, you talking like that? His best bet is stay out of Atlanta.
I know that's his best bet, but he is hedging his bets that he can go to Atlanta and be a boss. and play alongside Trae Young.
See, that's if Trey ass don't get traded. I don't see him being in Atlanta if he don't.
Well, Trey been trying to get out of Atlanta for a minute because he's a little awkward. You know, he's not the average mixed biracial basketball player that appreciate the shit that goes on in Atlanta. That's not his scoop. He's an Oklahoma boy. So he would probably prefer to play for Charlotte than Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Charlotte might be more up his ski. Or Oklahoma City might be more up his ski, but you know he can't get there because Shea's there. But Trey been trying to get out of Atlanta for a minute now.
He ain't trying hard enough.
Yeah, I guess not. I guess he ain't trying hard enough. Or maybe the teams don't feel that he's worth the money he's asking.
I don't think he is because he's an undersized guard and he don't play no defense.
Anthony Jefferson said Houston. I don't know what he meant by Houston. You got to have a little more detail with that.
That's another one.
You talking about Zion to Houston?
Oh man, you talking about he looking for big booties. He go to Houston, he get
Houston got it going on too. I was going to say that.
He get the big.
I remember I went into one club in Houston. I went to a club in Houston, saw so many damn fine ass girls. I went in around 9:30, 10. And when I woke up, I was leaning to the side with an
empty wallet,
with a water bottle that says "Boss" on it, and I don't remember how I got that water bottle.
You heard me, Dex.
Yeah, no, I didn't have no empty wallet, no, but because I don't take no wallet in there, I just take an ID and a money clip, no wallet.
What was the money clip, Andy?
No, because I'm kind of stingy. I'm kind of tight. You know, I watch everybody else throw their money. You know what I'm saying? I try to take the girls to the crib. Like, look, I ain't broke now. I'm just waiting to see, you know, who didn't make too much money tonight. Because if they made money, then, you know, you can't talk to them. Shit. You got to see the ones that didn't make no money. It was a slow night for you, huh, babe?
Right.
You know, I'll be in there watching, scoping them.
Right. Coming over,
but not anymore. That's when I was a little younger. I'm too old for that shit now.
Yeah, man. You telling us
when I was a little younger
last week, dang shit.
When I was a little younger and a little stronger. Yeah, when I was a little younger, a little stronger, hell yeah. I had my preference. You know, because you know girls gonna come to you anyway. All you gotta do is sit in the corner. They coming. They like, oh shit, he's sitting in the corner, so he must got some money. He ain't trying to be all up under the lights and shit. So they come over there. How you doing? You looking for a dance? And I was like, "Ooh, you little too much woman for me. I'm good. You know, I like the slim goodies." And then wait for one of them slim goodies to come through. And be like, "Wait a minute, you just gonna walk past me?" Well, I've seen girls come to you all night, and you keep saying no. Everybody saying you saying no. I'm saying no to them, but I'm saying yes to you. You're like, well, what is it about me that you like and not about you? I have my preference, and this is my money, and nobody gonna force me to spend my money where I don't want to spend it. And we're like, oh, okay. And I was like, yeah, because I know this has been a slow night for you, but you know what? We can change that. We can change that in an instant. that's my solicitation game when I was younger. But I ain't did that in years though. And it always worked.
When you say years, you talking about maybe like 2 years?
Nah, bro, longer than that. Basically since the pandemic. You know, the pandemic scared the shit out of me.
Oh,
I
for
ain't
real?
gonna even lie. Yeah, they was talking all that stuff about COVID. Are you kidding me? I was isolated. I was still working, but I was isolated though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I was if you consider emergency worker,
What worker?
emergency. I can drive my car. Yeah,
Essentially,
all I do is show my license. I can drive my car anywhere when everybody's supposed to be in the house.
yeah, right.
So yeah, when that pandemic happened, I shut a lot of that promiscuous activity down. I was like, okay, this is a sign for you to slow down, young man.
Right, yeah. I get it.
Because I didn't know anything about that stuff, and I wasn't taking no chance.
You just had to
And
mask up, Dex, man. You have to be too scared.
say that again.
I said you just had to mask up, man. You ain't have to
Man,
be
I didn't
too
trust
scared.
that mask. I use
I
the
know,
mask
man.
for work. Yeah, I use the mask for work, but I didn't trust that mask.
Yeah, that
How the
mask
mask
up.
gonna stop a damn a scourge like that? They didn't say it was an epidemic. See, you gotta look at how words play. They didn't say it was an epidemic. They said it was a pandemic. When you reach the level of pandemic, then it's life or death. And I wasn't ready to die. So when I'm hearing all these professional doctors and educated pharmacists and all these type of people use the word pandemic because it was widespread, no, I can't play with that. So what a mask gonna do, right? Stay 6 feet, wear a mask. Come on, man, that ain't finna work. And then the mask was made out of basically cotton. If it was that bad, it can go through your ears, it can come up your nose and go through your eyes. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's a virus.
Absolutely. The mask is
So it
doing
was,
harm to you too, because you breathe it in, the carbon monoxide, breathing it right back out.
yeah, that too. Yeah.
So
So
you can get
it was
hit
a lot
double.
of things that was working against my knowledge when it came to the pandemic. So I was just being very cautious and careful because I didn't know what information was real. Because you had information from one side say this. No, forget masks. It's immunity or some shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then motherfuckers dropping like flies with that herd immunity. They were still dropping like flies. So I wasn't gonna play with it. But yeah, so that close contact being in that environment, that was a no. I mean, to me, it was a no brainer because I don't know how well these girls was taking care of themselves when it came to that. You know, they out here surviving, trying to get some bread.
Right.
But nevertheless, if Zion go to Houston or Atlanta, it could be bad.
Well, if I had to choose one, I'd rather see him in Houston than Atlanta. That's for sure.
I'm saying
Even
Houston's no better. I'm telling you, man, Houston. Oof.
no, I know that, but I'm just saying, for the team wise and the good look, I'd rather see him in Houston. But like I said earlier, he getting the best out of both worlds. He getting the girls and the food. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah,
you
because
know,
Houston is right down the street from New Orleans, straight shot.
yeah. So,
I-10 corridor. You in Houston, what, 3 hours? Is that like 3 hours from New Orleans?
oh my God, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, something like that. Something like a 3 hour drive. Going across the 18-mile bridge. So yeah, so Houston. And then a lot of people moved from New Orleans to Houston because of Hurricane Katrina. Never moved back. Never moved back to New Orleans. So you got a lot of New Orleans culture in Mhm. So yeah, that's a trick bag for Zion. That's definitely a trick bag for Zion. Well, let's stop. I'm going to go ahead and shut it down, man.
All right.
It's almost 12:30. I appreciate you jumping on late night flight edition, flight after dark.
Right, bro. You already know how it is. I'm gonna open this mug and chop it up with y'all. You feel me?
Yeah, that was cool. But I still see you got that passion for Bulls. That passion then came back.
Passion for who?
The Chicago Bulls.
Oh yeah, it's still here, man. I told you, I'm gonna go down with the ship. I ain't, I hate to keep using that example, but I ain't gonna be like Quez. Jump ship as soon as I do, the team turn around and you look up. I know. I don't want that.
Both of his teams turned around, right?
Yeah.
New York turned around and Milwaukee.
Yeah. He ain't been back ever since that happened.
I think he's been back a couple of times, but
I must have missed him. Yeah.
It's been very sporadic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I think one time he came back and said, "I'm bad luck." That was so funny when he said that. I've got to admit it, I'm bad luck. He said he gonna cheer for the Lakers. So I said, no.
Right.
Leave the Lakers alone.
Yeah. But I know he turned in that green, went back to that orange. I know he but the fact I kind of feel like he never did leave though. But that was too funny though when he say he ain't messing with them no more.
Yeah.
Making the right move. It's like, man, I knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah, that was a funny scene.
Yeah.
When he used to come up here talking that Milwaukee talk. Nobody really believed him. We know New Yorkers in your heart.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right, everybody. Salute. Everybody hit that like button on the way out, please. Hit that like button. We're going to shut it down. We appreciate all the night riders riding it out with Flight Sports TV. This is a late night edition of Flight Experience. So please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss one iota of an exuberant experience.
Please subscribe to Flight Sports TV, hit the like button, and leave a comment.
And as I like to say, the Lakers won the trade deadline. The Los Angeles Lakers did they do. They did they fizzle. I'll leave you with this.
Speaking of pride, I remember when I was eating with pride. On the premium mission show, you know we see you in time. I'm from a point where you get slapped just for speaking your mind. How much energy, some energy, forget that sign. They're gonna tap my phone, so don't speak.
Flight Sports